It's gorilla time.
And we had a beautiful time, man.
Yeah.
I was like, yo, man, what the fuck? Where the niggas is at? You know what I'm saying? So in my mind, ignorantly, I'm like, we not out here.
Right.
I found out maybe I want to say about 6-8 months later, my nephew, he transferred to San Diego State.
Okay.
Mhm. Oh, yeah.
And we went out there, and what hometown Reggie Bush from out there?
He's from San Diego.
He's from Helix. He went to Helix.
Yeah, high school. Him and Alex Smith.
Helix, yeah, Helix,
Helix,
the green and white school or
Yep,
something like that.
sure is. Yeah.
They were hosting double guys. What they call it when they when they let the high schoolers come sit up at the stadium and shit like that.
Basically like not recruits, but like you know how like
yeah.
It's recruits. Recruiter trip, yeah.
Type shit. So he was going. So I'm like, okay, cool. We fucking around and got lost trying to get back to the hotel. And that's when I find out there's a black side of San Diego.
Southeast San Diego, man. Southeast San Diego.
Shit don't look nothing
like the rest of San Diego.
I mean, San Diego, it's like
but they gentrifying the fuck out of that black part too. But like you said, San Diego is a mostly white city. Vast majority white city, as quiet as it's kept. That's how they keep that rent. You know, it's third highest rent in the country, behind only Manhattan and San Francisco. You know what I'm saying? So they keep it away. The weather's nice and things like that. Yeah. You know what I mean? But you got Southeast. You got different part, but they're gentrifying Southeast right now. They gentrifying Logan Heights, which is like one of the most historically Mexican neighborhoods in the country. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, they gentrify. They've been sinking their teeth. Like where Cap's grandma lives, which is Sherman Heights, which is in between downtown and Logan Heights, essentially, which has got Vadio Sherman, a Hispanic gang that is there, and then partially, is West Coast Crip there as well. But like, I'm talking about, bro, that area, man, it's East over where all you used to see is blacks and Hispanics,
right,
bro. I was there a few weeks ago, like.
How's National City though? I ain't been there in a minute.
National City, the South Bay was like richly us, right, for a long time, black and Hispanic, right, especially when you get into like south of there, like Chula Vista. So, but they've been building it because all that is still, you still got the bay, you still got the water right there. So there's still a lot of money in that. So they're taking this out. So basically, a lot of us is getting ran like just East Inland. We're talking about Otay, Lakeside, Elko, places that were the desert and places that were like historically white supremacist areas.
Yeah, the
KKK area. Like people don't understand, like ignorance is so real. Like the KKK is alive and well on the West Coast. You know what I'm saying? Different skinhead, like that's not a down south thing, is quiet as it's kept. You know what I'm saying? So you got KKK, of course, in Fallbrook too, which is up north.
And all that.
Bonzo, Fallbrook, but Lakeside, they call what they call it. You got El Cajon, which we've been kind of taking over El Cajon, but Lakeside and Santee. They call Santee Clan T.
Wow.
You know what I'm saying? Like that's the undesirable inland desert areas. So that's where they pushing us.
What about Temecula?
Temecula, Temecula, that's like San Diego / the Inland Empire / San Diego.
Got you. Okay. Yeah.
Which Temecula, which that kind of used to be, but our people, like when I was in high school, that's when everybody who parents start getting money, they moved to Temecula or they moved to Paris.
See, that's crazy though. Like we used to go
Temecula, Paris, Marietta, and Menifee.
I know Menifee. Yeah,
those four cities. If your people was getting to the money, you was moving there.
See, at that time, nothing was out there.
Yeah,
we used to go there for school, and we used to go to the Gorge farms because they had big Gorge farms. You know what a gorge is, right?
Well, like
they look like big hard pumpkins. But they're kind of like
a gourd.
A gourd. Is it a gourd?
Gourd. You read about that in the book of Jonah.
There we go.
Remember the Most High make a big ass gourd for Jonah that be hid, and then he takes it. He dwindles it from come.
We used to go out there for that, like gourd picking or whatever like that. But other than that, nobody moved out to Temecula.
Yeah. It was wine country. Yes. There's a lot of grow ops, weed grow ops and stuff like that out there now. But a lot of people, when their parents start getting to that bag, their parents moved to Temecula because you get a little bit more than you was getting where we was at. You know what I'm saying? In Temecula. So there's a lot of people though,
place.
but up there, like that's a melting pot of San Diego and LA niggas. Like, you know what I'm saying? So white people, San Diego niggas, LA niggas, all in one.
Moving niggas to the desert, basically.
Yeah.
All right.
We're
Cool.
in the desert, bro.
All right.
That's where everybody live at. Yeah. Everybody's being moved to the desert.
Okay.
You know, so I seen a meme the other day, people talking about, you know, y'all talk that y'all LA niggas talk down on Lancaster, but all you niggas is getting ready to have to move there.
Damn.
Right.
Lancaster, Vegas, AZ, Texas, Atlanta, that's where all y'all niggas is coming.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So, you know.
Couldn't move to Lancaster.
Yeah, no, the hell with Lancaster. Nah. That's one of the worst places in the world. Right.
This whole conversation, this West Coast shit.
Hey, we tend to do this. We get
real West Coast sometimes.
Look, just real quick.
This whole shit is above my head. What are we talking about?
I'm gonna give you the breakdown, book, chapter, and verse, less than a minute.
Bring it out.
So boom. I'm from Cali, born and raised.
Okay.
Moved to New York.
Okay.
Queens. Southside Jamaica, though.
Queens.
Right?
Okay.
Boom. Rockaway Boulevard. Right? Boom.
Okay.
Went to August Martin on Rockaway Boulevard in Paisley. Boom. Moved there.
Oh, okay.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, I was just over there.
Oh, see? All praises. So I moved there. Boom. Had to go live with my dad. Fast forward, you know, played football, blah, blah, blah. Moved down to Atlanta. He comes from Dallas.
From Dallas.
To Atlanta. So now I'm talking to Debach. He gets me into the camp after trying to reach out to fucking Deacon, who never responds.
Shout out to Deacon.
Shout out Deacon.
My brother, man.
And listen, and I respond even less than him.
Every time I hit Deacon, I got like a 95% success rate with him.
I try to hit him
I don't
on
know why
Facebook.
he like me, man. Every time I hit Deacon,
he finally got back to me like 2 days later. Showed up to a camp. It was rained out. Nobody was there. Nobody informed me.
Yeah.
It's the box fault. But
Definitely.
but anyway, I guess he finds out that there's a brother that's in Oceanside. I mean, that's from Oceanside that lives in Atlanta, and then me and him instantly kind of like start talking. I mean, like for the first couple camps, me and him are just reminiscing about niggas we know.
Yeah.
Oceanside.
Y'all know old corner stores and shit.
All
Y'all know
that. Like same
because he
like,
just
you know
old shortcuts and shit. Y'all know all that.
Because you were just what year did you leave?
I left in 2001.
You left in 01, so I came in 04. So literally, he's leaving, I'm coming. You know what I'm saying? 3 years later.
But we still know the same people, though.
Right.
Because a lot of the homies that are still back in the hood, they were gang banging. He know him, and he kind of took over his territory.
I moved.
Right?
I moved through, and once I got there, like I start rubbing shoulders with niggas. You know what I'm saying? It don't take me long to, you know what I'm saying? Niggas know my name. You know what I mean?
Hey, it's
at all.
The crazy thing is, in an area where we weren't at, he was at Vista.
Yeah, Vista. Which niggas know Vista. No. Vista was a new frontier.
Yeah. If you was black and living in Vista, it's because you were hiding out or you were just trying to get away from Ocean.
You was trying to get away from Ocean. Everybody know move east.
Right.
And then by the time I got there, east is Escondido now. What you said, niggas has moved into Vista, and now niggas who's hiding out and moving, getting away is 2 cities over.
So Escondido's a new Vista.
Yeah. It was at that time. So just so you can understand. How North County and San Diego is like this. You got Oceanside, Vista, Carlsbad, San Marcos, Escondido. Boom. 4 cities on one freeway. The 78. That is essentially North County. There's some other shit, but it's irrelevant.
78 run east to west, right?
East to west. And then you got the 76, which will take you through Oceanside, Fallbrook, Bonsall. Fallbrook, them is like the white supremacy areas. Niggas
the back way in the desert type
like,
shit.
You don't go over there. You don't want to go over there.
Yeah.
So everything is taking place. The whole universe is taking place on the 78, east to west, from the beach into the desert, into Escondido. Everything is taking place right there. You see what I'm saying? Right. So by the time Oceanside was like the epicenter, I moved to Vista, but like literally just I can walk. The Oceanside is right there, the border. You see what I'm saying? Where I'm at. I'm at the far west part of Vista, but niggas is in Vista at that time. But now niggas is everybody. They bypass the San Marcos because you got San Marcos. It has a hood part, but San Marcos got really expensive. Once you get into them hill, Discovery Valley, San Alejo, all that, I'm talking about stupid.
And that's going east.
That's going east.
East. Oh, okay.
That's going east. So the Oceanside is west the beach. Carlsbad is west the beach, but also Carlsbad, niggas ain't really in Carlsbad either. You got a little Mexican hood in there. You might have a couple niggas, but it's super duper white.
Gotcha.
And Carlsbad. You know what I'm saying? All of it. It's surfer, just a surfer, white, rich town. That's what's going on in Carlsbad. Gotcha. Oceanside was probably once like that. Then Did they put the base there and it just it got hooded out? Now they're making it that again. It's becoming that again. But you know, during let's say the late 80s, 90s, and in the 2000 into the mid 2010s, you know, it was you know, a lot going on. That's why I lived 9 months it took me to live there to get shot. 9 months.
Yeah,
you know
it's a very closed city, man. Like everybody know everybody because
the black universe is not expansive.
Nah,
out there.
You know what I'm saying? At all.
So everybody is tapped in.
It's probably
melting pot.
It's probably about 6% black, and then
that's crazy.
The black
that's a culture shock.
Yes, the black. Yeah, I know. And when you come to the South, you like
everybody black.
And then in the South, when y'all go out, it's like, oh, this ain't. You know what I'm saying? So we go, and it's the black universe and the Polynesian metaverse universe is like one universe.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? Because everybody
got time to be visitors. You know what? We together. We cousins.
Basically, because it's not enough.
Right.
It's not enough. It's enough for each of us to have our own distinct things. Right. You know what I'm saying? But there's not no abundance. There's a couple churches. All the Polynesians go to 2-3 churches.
Right.
All the black people go to 2-3 churches. You see what I'm saying?
Yep.
You know, but there's a lot of Issachar, you know, a lot of Mexicans though. You know what I mean? Close to the border, there's a lot of Mexicans. So they got their own universe. And then there's the black and damn Samoan and other Asians too. The other Asians are a part of that universe as well. The Filipinos and shit like they're a part of this black universe also. You know what I mean? Okay. Basically, everybody that's Crips and Bloods and GDs, they're in this universe.
Yeah.
And then there's the SA's universe, and then there's whatever the white people are doing. You see what I'm saying? And then there's intersectionality between that and the SA universe. Right. Because we got conflicts. You know what I'm saying?
To his point, nobody owns like a piece of land there. Not literally, but I'm just saying like this ain't where we from. Everybody just came there.
It just exists.
Nobody is generationally, bro.
Yeah, right.
Like nobody.
My grandmother never said
the most is one generation. The most is you were born here. Your parents are not from here.
Right. Damn.
It's one of those places.
Carlsbad ain't like that though.
Yeah.
Carlsbad, you had generations.
Yeah.
Of rich white folk.
But literally, it's just a street away though.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying. So it was all in rich white town at the end of the day.
Where I lived at was called Tri-City, right? So it's literally where Carlsbad, Oceanside, and Vista all meet.
Okay,
right? It all meets, but over there, man, it was going down. I'll just say that it was going. Within the first week there, I realized it was going down. We go to the barbershop. I'm in the Popeyes, the same Popeyes I end up getting shot at 9 months later, mind you.
But by the DMV?
Yeah, well, no, not by the DMV. Across the freeway, Tri-City. Oh, the parking lot.
Oh, by the Home Depot and shit.
No, you're too far. Back that way, further down to 78 East. I'm where the Popeyes is at. There's only one Popeyes. Ain't no other Popeyes, but they're in the valley. That's it.
Damn.
They probably didn't have the Popeyes.
Man, they had to have the Popeyes, man. That's a staple.
In and out.
The Tri-City liquor store. There's only one Tri-City liquor store.
So
it was a Big Lots in the parking lot.
There was no Big Lots there. What I'm trying to tell you, hop over that freeway. Like DMV's on this side, hop over the freeway. You had a 7-Eleven.
No. You're talking about down there. I'm talking about further east.
Keep going further east.
Yeah, I know where you talking about.
You got shot in fucking Vista.
Yeah,
it's a lot.
It's Tri-City, but it's Vista side though. Technically,
you over there by the Family Bargain Center. Over there by the
Family Fun Center.
Family Fun Center.
Mm-hmm.
Right there.
I went there right after I got shot. Yeah, Emerald in Vista Way. So over there is all kind of stuff going on. It is all kind of stuff, and it's niggas from everywhere, and that's why people don't understand. People act like they're not GDs in California. Oh no, it was GDs out there.
They them niggas there when I got into high school.
You know what I'm saying? The GDs came out like real Chicago niggas came out there and oh yeah,
all them. Like, we had a little bit of black songs, but primarily it was
Stones came out.
It was a remnant of the niggas.
And even if by the time I got there, I might have seen 2 Vice Lord. You know what I'm saying? I might have ran into 2 niggas who was VL.
That's crazy.
I knew I hung with a lot of GD niggas, and of course, if that was like the alternative, if you was black. Most of everybody black was Crips. Then the Samoans, that's Bloods. You see what I'm saying?
GDs is, I don't want to misspeak, but GDs is kind of like at least from the flag perspective, they Crips.
There's certain similarities, and often in the South, a lot of times when we was meeting at, from what I understand, there was a lot of camaraderie and brotherhood that was happening. But oftentimes, that comes to an abrupt end. Especially when you're dealing with Crips.
Yeah.
But see, in Chicago GDs are essentially what Crips are. You know what I'm saying? Same exact thing.
Mhm.
You know, just the biggest force.
Huge.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And so big that we can afford to start killing each other
Yeah.
because our numbers is just up.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So it kind of went down like that. But yeah, so you know, but it's cold that he just left, and I was just moving there.
That's
I was
right.
like 13, 14. You know what
Where
I'm
you
saying?
moved that from?
I moved
Same
there
side
from
of town?
no, I moved there from Orange County. So first, of course, I was born in Washington State, Tacoma, Washington.
Oh, okay.
So-
From uptown.
Deacon and them is from Seattle.
Right.
I'm 45 minutes south of Seattle, which our city, we have a beef. Tacoma and Seattle, we have a beef with each other
Mhm.
because our city is harder than their city, right?
Mm,
And what I mean is,
that's the beef
in
right there.
short-
That's the beef.
listen, we got
Because fuck them.
Yeah,
listen,
yeah, fuck
straight
them
up,
niggas.
we got twice as many black people as them niggas. Number one, let's start there. We
Okay.
got double the black people.
Uh-huh.
We got a real see. That's the thing because a lot of them niggas they moved down to like Deacon he lives kind of south of Tacoma, but you know a lot of niggas they moved there, and when the Seattle niggas moved to Tacoma, they go, y'all niggas got a real black community in Tacoma, a large black. Like we have more of we've got historically black institutions that date back to the 60s to the 70s.
Okay.
We had a race ride up there,
Okay.
shit like that. People don't even know this is going down in the Northwest. You know what I mean?
Mhm.
We got black prominent people in the city, activists that got streets named after them. So of course we got the Martin Luther King, but also we got local legend black men that
People.
got their own streets and stuff like that too. So we always kind of looked at Seattle like Seattle gets all the attention because it's the big city.
Big city.
Uh-huh.
We're not hella smaller than them. You know what I'm saying? They probably got 500,000-600,000 people. We got 100,000-200,000 people. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
But it'd be the same thing like a BR and the NO thing. You know what I'm saying? Like we feel like it's
angry little brother.
you know what I mean? Yeah, like the angry little brother, like, nah, the hell with that though. Like we really get it popping around here though. You know what I'm saying?
The only thing I've ever seen in Tacoma was like I think it was a documentary, and it was just like a wasteland. I think you guys, because don't you guys have a big crack or heroin?
Oh no, crack
I
was
was-
big, and then meth was big, and I
Meth.
guess heroin is
was,
becoming
yeah.
big. I don't know.
Bro,
You know
I
what I'm
seen
saying?
that documentary. It looked crazy.
Yeah, no, it's
Out
bad.
It ain't nothing to
Tacoma?
do. Yeah, it ain't nothing. I
Just
mean,
get
is
high
there
on
anything to
it.
do with Tacoma?
I mean, it's a few things, but it's not a lot of things. We
Yeah.
have a lot of opportunity. You got to understand in the 80s, crack came that just niggas from LA brought crack.
Yeah.
But what people don't even understand is too, the interesting part about Tacoma, what niggas don't know is, so y'all seen Scarface, how they was bringing Cubans in camps. Niggas don't know a lot of Cubans got sent to Tacoma.
Did not know.
So the Cubans was plugging niggas in too, right? So there's that element that exists as well that was going on in the 80s that gave birth to the 90s where I grew up at. So that was going on there. And then from there, we moved to California when I was like 12, 13. We moved first to Orange County. We bounced around Orange County a little bit, and then we settled. My parents divorced. My dad met this girl who lived in Vista. And so we ended up settling in Vista. So I stayed there for most of my high school. I went back up top here and there though, but for the most part, I was there, and then I left back up top after high school, and then I came back and was there a few years until I moved to Texas.
Mm-hmm. So yeah, man. So I feel real blessed right now. All praise to the Most High because being a what they say in Florida, a young jit in this truth. 4 years in, or going on 4 years, but
all praises.
Got to be around a lot of people,
Mm-hmm.
a lot of prominent people,
Yeah.
in this truth. I know we'll talk about it a little bit later, but speaking on New York, that was powerful. I know I ain't gonna dive into that. I'm just talking about as far as the elders, the people who paved the way.
Uh-huh.
You know
The
what I'm
way
saying?
paved, for
Like
sure.
crazy. A lot of monumental stuff on the wall, as well as the verbiage of speaking with the brothers. But I think probably like two of the hottest rappers in Israel right now. I mean, I don't know. You know what I'm saying?
Depending on who you ask.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying?
on who
I mean,
you
it just, I mean, I'll let you get the segue in, but I mean, I just feel good about it. You know what I'm saying? So, I think it's your first time on the Sign Network too.
No.
No, man.
I ain't had you.
No.
Yeah, you wasn't here. It was aside.
That don't count. I just had to say that. I feel good.
All praise.
Yeah,
all praise. All praise.
I didn't know you was Levi.
Hey, man. Not everybody is blessed.
Yeah.
to be a part of the priestly.
Yeah.
Not like the scripture said, I make you nations of
The
kingdom.
priest-
Generally.
Yeah, that cheap,
The
that cheaper
like-
priesthood.
yeah,
No,
Like, this is real.
The Walmart priesthood.
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
I'm talking about the original
Yeah, yeah.
lineage of the priesthood.
That's
you
right.
know what I'm
That's
saying?
right. That's right.
it's nothing to sneeze at, man. So all praises to the Most High for that thing.
Real.
You understand what I'm saying?
That's real.
It's just like that, man. I don't wear a flag, but I ain't have no sneakers to match with it, so I just left it at the crib, man. But
kept it all black today.
it is what it is, all black on black.
Oh yeah,
Black on black on black.
Yeah,
when is he not rapping?
Man, that's a
it's
good
never
question.
not a time.
When is he not?
It's always flowing. It's always flowing. All praise.
Never not a time. Yeah, man. No doubt. I'm happy to be here though.
Yeah.
Is Mike on? We good?
Yeah, it's on. It's on. We
we cooking?
Oh yeah, we've been cooking.
We cooking. Yeah.
The whole time?
Yeah. I got the yeah.
Oh, okay.
Baby. Yeah.
Y'all don't even. Yo, here's the thing. I'ma never get used to this shit.
He started that a while ago. I think it's great.
I'ma never get used to this. You know, did this shit the last time I was in here. You know what I'm saying?
I just get the rolling start.
I was like, yeah, no, we've been going about 40 minutes now. I'm waiting on the cue for when the interview
Be careful what you say.
Always.
Yeah, always.
You know?
Always.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, so we here, we're coming off of something monumental, something that is of the divine authorship of the Most High Yahweh of a certainty.
That's right.
You know, divine authorship. Brews at the Barclays, man. I don't think anything's ever been done quite like that.
See, can I don't be
Go ahead.
Because people don't understand. Y'all don't see the nice side of Chief. You know what I'm saying? Real humble. You know what I'm saying? When the cameras is off, real chill, bro. You know what I'm saying? I'm not gonna let him do that. Not with this topic. Right? Can't let him do that not with this topic. This was some monumental shit. Chief.
Yeah.
You were there.
I was there.
You were there. This wasn't another.
I know.
This wasn't another unity camp.
Yeah,
Shout out to the unity camps.
All of them. Yeah.
Shout out to the unity camps. This wasn't like that though.
Yeah, no.
You had a component of different things that made this thing special. Can I deal with it real fast?
Yeah, bring it out. Break it down.
You had a musical component where brothers came together and displayed a certain level of unity that's never, let's just be real, that's never been displayed or at this height in this movement at this time. You had a musical component where brothers came together to make a piece of music to represent not one camp, not just the movement, but this whole thing as a whole. You have that musical component. Then you had an eldership, younger man component happening where there was an appreciation from both sides. I saw. I'm gonna deal with it. No, I didn't practice it with a camera. What was it? Right. I didn't practice this.
This is on cue.
This is all coming in the spirit.
This is just a very spiritual explanation I'm giving. You had a music component, then you had an eldership, younger man component where you had the elders of both sides being appreciative of the moment. You had elders looking at young men being like, damn, that's what I was doing this for. Damn. Okay, the young men picking up, we feel good in the direction that this thing is going in, right? You had young men picking up the baton, if you will, and running with it. Then you had younger men like, damn, that's why I'm doing this. This is a part of the reason why I'm doing this. It was his video that woke me up. It was his video. I remember that you had that going on, and then you had an embracing, right, of generations of truth coming together as one. You had that component, that big brother, little brother bridging component, and then nonetheless you had camps. You had the camp component. We so divided, everybody hate each other. HOI, SICARRI, AOC, LOI, House of David, Ramgadal. Am I missing something? Couple Wi-Fi brothers. Then you just had random brothers who wasn't in any camp. They just showed up. Brother pulled up with his rib and was like, man, look, we heard about the thing. We just drove up. I don't know what we doing, what's going on.
People drove up from everywhere too, like
El Paso, Texas.
El Paso, Texas.
Brother came from El Paso, Texas. Bro. It was. That's why when GORRILLA was like, it may not have happened. No, GORRILLA, we gotta give it to them. They gotta know.
They gotta understand.
This might not happen. I hope Lord's will it does several times over. But it's such a statement, man. It was such a statement, man. It was such a statement. You had musical component, brotherly component, a camp component in unity. You just had a unified front in the eyes of our people and the heathen alike. You had that component with the unity camp, right? So it was, and then a music video was shot capturing all of it. You understand? So it to just say, you know, this was a dope event and it just turned out decent, be a short change to the moment. I think it was probably even, I would go as far as to say, it was probably one of the pendulum swing events in the community. You know, there's always something, and most of the time it's something bad. You know, Jaden did something ill.
Yeah.
Everybody heard about it, and now it's the talk of the town. And this might have been one of those, but in the positive.
Yeah.
So it's on us, like you said in the spirit, it's on us to promote this the same way.
We would do the negative.
We would do the negative thing.
Right.
I'm gonna say it again, damn it. It's on us to support this event in this moment in the exact same way we would if we was blowing up the brother spot over here on that side. And I'm talking about my haters today too. So it's gonna be an interview today.
That's fact.
It's gonna be an interview. The only thing that's gonna keep me calm is this brother. Coolest brother in Israel right now. If he start amping, I'm amping. I'm going crazy.
Well, fact. So real quick, Chief Slacky.
Yes, sir, go ahead.
Bro. I just gotta say something, because what you said was really profound, and it was really great, because, you know, me sitting back and watching everything, I literally, no bullshit, I felt everything that you just talked about.
Yeah.
So like, you're illustrating it on a canvas and you're telling us this, and I'm just like, yeah, I felt that emotion, I felt that.
Yeah.
I was able to sit back and I watched that. I see how brothers are looking, I see how brothers are feeling.
Right.
And you can see it in their spirit, in their eyes, in their lips. It's gonna press on.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? It will.
Right. Absolutely.
Bro, to have the elders there, Chief.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Just to have the elders there too at night in Brooklyn.
Not one elder either.
It was multiple.
It was multiple elders.
You know what I'm saying? And bro, like, for me, it was like, damn, bro. To your point, brother, like, yeah, everything that you just illustrated was dead on.
You was there. You remember every time you see a brother walk up, like a brother who wasn't out there already, and a new brother will walk up. It was like everybody embraced the new brother. They know where the brother came from or who he was with. It's like, we got another one. Oh shit, we got another one.
Right.
It was like that, man. It was like that. And I said it out there. I don't know if it's documented, but I said it out there. I said, this how it's supposed to be. And I don't want to have to wait to get the kingdom to see this again. I don't want to have to wait to die to see this type of brotherly love being displayed. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, man, it was a beautiful time, man. It was remarkable, you know. So yeah, man.
That's for sure.
I ain't tell you this, Chief, and don't edit this out. Let this part run.
I feel like we're about to have some teardrops.
No, we ain't gonna have some teardrops.
Not yet.
But not yet. But keep this part I'm about to say, T. I didn't tell you this, and no, I'm usually when I said I'm about to big him up, I'm gonna big him up, but later on.
Okay.
When we get to some other stuff, I'm gonna big you up on that. But when I said earlier, so I gotta talk about my haters, I gotta do that.
Yeah.
Now normally I don't. I'm usually cool.
Usually let it go. Yeah.
I'm not.
That's a fact.
But it's when you take something like this and then you try to make it seem like it was.
Try to put a negative spin on it. You can't put no negative spin on it.
How could you take something like this?
You got to be a hater. You have to be a hater.
Yeah.
You got to be
like badly. Though.
There got to be something you to be like.
You got to salute it.
Brotherly love, elders.
But like, I gotta ask y'all, because y'all know, like, who? Y'all don't gotta say who, but who? Like, he
said I'm on the verge.
Who's hating on this? But who's hating on this? Look. Who's hating on this though? No, in all seriousness, because you guys are in the know. You guys are having those conversations that most people are not hearing.
I don't want to crash out. It's too early.
No, we're early and it's already going down.
No, real talk. You guys are having the conversations that most people, or a lot of people, are not hearing.
Are not privy to.
Well,
number one, first off, in order to hate on this situation, you have to be ignorant of a lot of things. You have to be, it's people that come off into Israel, right? And they're not familiar with some of the unfortunate politics that exist within this community. And I'm gonna tell you, when I start to understand the unfortunate politics of this community, my first trip to New York, that's when I realized, oh, it's politics with this Israelite shit.
Big politics.
And then once Israelites got big on the West Coast, it got even worse.
Okay.
Ain't nothing worse than LA Israelite politics. Just like ain't nothing worse than LA street politics, ain't nothing worse than LA Israelite politics. And the New York politics are bad, but the LA politics are worse.
That's right.
See what I'm saying? It's just the nature of the place. But once you get in the interior of these politics that go on, and then you understand how much of that was just totally disregarded for the purpose of brotherly love, unity, and embrace, and righteousness in the Holy Spirit, for that event to happen, you can't possibly hate on it. So first off, whoever's hating don't even really have no business of having an opinion on the situation, because they really don't get what's going on here. They don't understand how monumental it was to have brothers standing next to each other, brothers embracing each other, brothers hugging each other, all the things that happen. They don't really get what's going on, right? And if they really understood, then maybe they wouldn't hate. But maybe they still would.
I was about to say, but they're still going to hate.
They're talking about like, still going to hate. Okay, and look, y'all can go in how y'all want to, but hey, we got to get to divulge this going on.
Divulge.
So look, no, real talk. Okay, you dancing around it just a little bit. Politics, like what? Like, is this coming from like the elders? Is it like
it's all kind of stuff? You know, when in Israel, just like with anything that our people are involved in, you're gonna have individuals that this happened, that happened. You was with this camp, you was with this camp, you left this camp over this. This happened here. You did this. I don't like it. Damn, I didn't even mean to do that, but I don't care. Fuck you. What nigga? What then? Fuck you. What then we ain't fucking with you? What then we ain't fucking with all this type of stuff? It happens. The beauty is that, you know, we walking in the spirit of Yahweh Hashem Yahweh Shai. So in doing that, the Most High prevails through the flesh on that, and then we're able to make breakthroughs, and we're able to say, whatever it was, to hell with it.
Yeah.
It doesn't even matter. Let's embrace each other, because something so much bigger and greater than just us and our feelings is going on, and the Most High is gracious enough to take us from whatever the hell we were doing and make us vessels for him.
Right.
So let's just be grateful for that and embrace each other under that auspice. You know what I'm saying? Understand that we got a job to do for all of these Negroes and Latinos that's out here that don't know a goddamn thing. We have an assignment to them. You see what I'm saying? So that's the politics that were persevered against in order for this event to even happen in the way it did. And it could have happened without that, but it wouldn't have been as monumental.
Right. It would have been impactful.
You know
it would have been because you would have had to look at, I ain't really overcome nothing to come.
These guys, they all mess with each other.
Cool. That's what makes it monumental. It's like, yo, what is going on here? I had a brother come to me. Man, listen, I'm gonna take this moment, right, to thank my dear brothers for having me on the show once again for the second time. Shout out to the whole house of SICARRI, right? CZY Network.
Yes, all that.
Shout out to my brothers, man, for having your brother to come out and be a part of the podcast. Very popular, hot podcast. I'm happily, for the first time officially, my apologies, Hassan Salahi. First time officially on the show, you know. But I want to pause briefly to just give my appreciation, because I don't want to just go on this tangent of this, but it really bothers me, God, when you try to do a righteous, fruitful work, and a nigga, bro, would take that and manipulate it for his own cause, for his own self-promotion, and truly dissuade younger spirits to to go along with it. So what I'm gonna do in class, right? I got a turtleneck on. I'm professional out. I want some. What's the iPhone dude?
Steve Jobs.
Some job shit.
You was Steve Jobs.
Some Steve Jobs shit right there. So I'm you know what I'm saying? I'm gonna keep some decorum.
Yes, sir.
I learned that word this
Certainly,
week.
yes.
Keep some decorum and say it this way. Nashawn, you ask, who is it? I'm not gonna say the brother's name, but you know.
I know the brother in question. I know the brother in question.
The brother. You may know the brother.
He's seen him at least.
You've at least seen the brother.
Okay.
And then there's chatter from younger brothers who I don't really, you know, but just do this. Just go back the last 6 months. I'm gonna just say this. And first off, I want to say this. Peace to the brother monologue Magog. I just want to say that. I just want to say peace to the dear brother. I don't have nothing. I just want to make that clear. You know, I don't want nobody to. You know, I'm just saying. I'm not talking about mine. Though.
Yeah, it's not the brother in question.
It's not the brother in question. But I'm gonna go back a quick 6 months.
The emails wanted to know. The emails came in. So I'm glad that we got that on record.
I know there was something there. We have anonymous emails. Anonymous emails. They always come in.
Anonymous emails detailing what?
They just come in and they pop in his head.
They pop in my mind as I hear you.
Okay.
So they're anonymous at the time. Right. So they're really anonymous.
Right. Okay, cool.
You know, it's quick.
I like that. You go back over the last 5 to 6 months and Roeh the chef's engagements, right? I'll just put it that way.
Yes, sir.
You know, individual, you know, he did a thing. I didn't respond to the thing. I chose to forgive and love the brother.
Yes, sir.
You know, you've been around, people are going to uphold you to a higher standard of understanding than, you know, others. Me understanding that, hey, bro, look, shalom, so peace and love, boom, 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 boom.
Oh, praise.
Bro, do what he do, it is what it is. I didn't respond with a negative response. I responded with this as a response.
Yeah.
You know, I said, instead of taking a shot at who took a shot at me, I could do that, but what would the fly shit be? You know what I'm saying? That's how I think. Like, what would the fly shit be? Like, I could do that. Anybody could just do something back. You know what I'm saying? But what would the fly shit be? You done forgave the brother, let it be that, but now I got to make a statement. Right? Now, I can't make this statement if the Most High is not dealing with me. Brothers is going to hit me. I'm going to hit them up about it. Brothers going to be like, nah, chill out. Nah. Who? Chef? Nah, whatever. I went in the spirit. I said, here's what I want to do. Way before, like, you know, way before that whole thing went down with Kanye and everything, I said, I want to do this. I want to make an anthem. I want to make a big record. Deke was on the phone, me helping me come up with this thing, too, as a matter of fact. He'll attest to this.
Okay.
He said that. He was like, I ain't gonna go into it. I'll tell you later. But he was like, yo, this is what I would do if I was you. I'm like, nah, I can't do it. But we kept talking, and I was like, you know what I'm gonna do though? I'm gonna do. You remember that how Khaled back in the day started doing these all-star anthems?
Yeah.
I'm gonna do a string of all-star anthems. I already did one with Freddie Flow.
Exactly.
Said,
You already started it.
I already started. So let me hit him with one of the ones. And that's where the idea came from. So when this came out, the promotion for it said brother and brethren took this, which was a positive thing, as a response to something negative that he did. See, sometimes here's how it is. I'm gonna deal with the psyche of the Negro sometimes. Because we all from the street.
Exactly.
Let's do this.
This is chess.
When I cross you, it's a saying that's we say in New Orleans. The only thing worse than a double cross is the triple cross. That's it. But when you cross somebody, nobody in the world could know, but you do. And it's a guilt thing that you have, knowing you did this and knowing no one else knows.
Yeah.
So now anything you do I'm going to look at it as a response to something that I did to you.
That's conviction. That's guilt.
That's the guilt. That's the, and it could have nothing to do with, you know what I'm saying? But everything you do is like, damn, that's about me. Damn, you did that. You see what I'm saying? And I know that's what a brother at. That's why I don't really charge it up the way I do. And he's a younger brother. Though he's older, he's still a younger brother. So I just let it be what it is. But I'm allowing this situation. Those people who pay attention to me, they know what's going on. And I'm allowing this whole situation to be a learning experience for those who are watching. Because those who are watching, they know exactly what I'm talking about.
Yeah, exactly.
They know exactly who dissed, who said what. They know exactly.
They putting the pieces.
They know what's up. But for them who don't, you know, it is, you know, it is what it is. But I'm gonna just leave that part at that. I just want to address that, man, and leave it at that, man. I'm
okay.
Leave it at that.
I want to ask you a question because, you know, some of your critics out there, they are saying things like, you know, you have went out of your way to position yourself with prominent individuals in the community as if there's something, you have some sinister intent or there's some manipulative, you know, driving force behind you doing that. What do you have to say to that?
So who are some of the people that you've seen me surround myself with?
General Hashar, Priest Danyala, Deacon Akai, Guerrilla Hebrew, Divine Prospect a little bit, Ratazan, who's an up and coming young leader in this thing. You know what I'm saying? Even Bishop Tazion, True Nation. You know what I'm saying?
Bishop T.
Yeah. You know what I mean? So those are people who we can see as prominent. Who you know these are your guys. These are guys we see you with.
Well, we talking about 200 years of experience.
Something like that.
Well, with these 7 brothers, we talking about let's do it this way. Let's say maybe that's 200 to 225 years
of experience,
of combined experience, right? That's what we're dealing with, right?
Something like that.
We're dealing with damn half our captivity
in experience,
right?
Yeah, for sure.
And Roeh the chef, because I'm a mastermind, right?
Yeah.
I'm above 200.
A puppet master.
Yeah, see these fingers, brother. You can't see them, but I got these niggas on strings. You see,
I think those intuitions out there were right. I think so.
Listen, from whence cometh wars, right? from whence cometh these things, right? They come from the said individual. They may come because if he was in a position, he would do such a thing. But even what you're suggesting is impossible. You can bullshit one person.
Yeah.
You can bullshit one person.
It's a fact.
No, you can't bullshit one person.
For sure.
You can probably bullshit 2 people. Right? 3, 4, 5, 6, at least 7 people.
7 wise brothers.
Wise, 200 plus years of experience without nothing. Nobody out of the 7 saying nothing in a derogatory or negative way about Roeh the chef. Let's deal with it. I'm happy you brought it up, damn it. Let's deal with it, brother. Let's deal with it. God damn it, let's deal with it then. So I'm that powerful, right, to overthrow the intellect, spiritual discernment of not just regular niggas. The show these are, bro, these are legendary niggas.
Absolutely. We spoke about that earlier.
That if we remove their contributions, I don't know what we would have today. Of the 7 men, if we took all those 7 men and just took them out of the community, I don't know what we would have. Who would replace them?
Breathe.
Roeh the chef positioned himself with all of these guys. These guys got connection and connectivity to each other. These guys could definitely reach out and have a conversation. Let's talk. Let's do with this. Let's do with this out of the 7, right? What has Roeh? Let's say he's manipulating and puppet mastering, right? What has Roeh took from any of these 7 men? Taken from? And I mean anything from an arm to a prayer. Brother, hey, Gorilla, man, look, pray for me. I'm going through some things in my life. Pray for me. Where's Roeh the Chef took from any of these 7 men? Any. What has he taken from? Nothing.
Nothing at all.
What has he contributed to these 7 men?
He's contributed.
Let's go through the list.
Yeah.
Because let's put the chef on trial.
Yeah.
Right? I gotta do it.
He's in his bag right now.
I gotta talk to him.
He came prepared.
Listen, man, hold on 1 second, Lord. Hold on 1 second. It's your fault.
Yeah,
it's your fault, man.
That's a good question.
It's your fault. Let me deal with this. Now, I don't want to make nothing financial, right? I don't want to make nothing financial, right? I'm coming off probably my worst year financially in the last 6 years, right? I'm in Houston, Texas, right? And I'm gonna bring you inside my business real quick. Now I ain't gonna put this on camera because I don't know.
Yeah, of course.
I don't know who watching. I don't know who watching. Let's talk about what are the first point I said with taking and what I'm giving, right? Yeah. Let's do with that first, right? This is this year. That's what I did this year.
Okay.
Bad year.
Okay.
Bad year.
Bad year.
Bad year.
Yes, sir.
And my year starts in March. So from March to March.
Okay.
Bad year.
Bad year. Okay.
Bad year. Bad year in the last 6 years, right? Going on 7 down there, right? That was done in a bad year for me. I'm saying that to say it's not the most by any stretch, but it's enough for me not to need anything from all person most high. Exactly. In my worst, it's not enough for me to need anything. All praises again to the Most High for that reason. Right. But it's also not enough, but it's also enough for me to also do for my brother.
That's right.
Scripture says, Sirach 29, lose that money for that friend.
That's right.
You actually need them 7 men. What has Roeh done in any capacity in terms of losing his money? Let's move beyond that, the financial part. So I couldn't have manipulated them for that reason. So what other reason would I have done it for? Popularity, maybe? Let's deal with popularity.
Yeah. Popularity.
You said General Shah, Alazar, so forth. Name a lot of brothers. Got relationship, positive, good relationship with these brothers that were named. To shout out to those names that were named. It's a fact. This isn't, you brothers aren't on, you understand. Popularity, right? Roeh did a record with one of the names you said it was Priest. Deacon. It was Deacon. Called Freddie Flow, right? Before I did that record with Deacon, I've known Deacon for a few years now. Right?
That's a fact.
This wasn't me hitting Deacon up a day before. Hey, Deacon, what you thought? I got this record, boom, boom, boom. I've known Deacon quite a while now.
Our relationship has existed.
I got a 90% answer the phone rate with Deacon. I hit him up.
Hey, listen, everybody ain't got that.
It's a 90% chance. 90% chance you answer the phone. So with that being said, I'm saying this. My most popular record on YouTube is Live Once, Die Once, Live Twice. 6 months, pushing 70K or something like that. It's none of those 7 men. A year before that, right? A year ahead of time. Let's just do this in terms of me being who I am, right? Yes, secure within who I am. That's right. Upon any relationship that I have, Ratazan out of those 7 is probably the longest tenured relationship I have with brothers.
Okay.
Rata. Out of all of these brothers that were named, Rata would be the first one to tell you. Any of these brothers would be the first one to tell you who and how I am. Is the popularity thing. I was good before I repented, bro. Like people who know me who's gonna watch this interview gonna be like, nah, that nigga he was all right in the world. He wasn't a Willie, like the nigga wasn't Nino Brown, but the nigga was okay. The nigga was okay. Right. He was cool. He wasn't wanting for many. And in its truth, I didn't come into it for it. That's why I said people would project their insecurities and the things they desire the most on you if you're in that position, despite it, right? But man, to wrap it up, because I could go on this tangent. I think I drove the point home. These 7 men, over 200 years of experience. If there be some sin or deceit or guile found in me in my mouth, one of these 7 men would have said something, called it out. Did a background check, hit the other brother up. Yo, what do you know about this nigga? Da-da-da. Something would have came back to what it would have been. Yeah, nah. Bro, when you deal, see, here's the thing. I'm gonna say this in this my Dr. Umar Johnson. He usually got them drop a mic statements. This is my Dr. Umar shit. Being a real man and a genuine stand-up person is so rare in its truth that when it comes around, it's criticized and critiqued and scrutinized to a point to where it can't be. This nigga gotta be doing something. Somebody flashed the camera in front of Gorilla Flames. The nigga trying to play a gorilla. Like a genuine regular, like it's so rare that when it comes around, it gotta be scrutinized and broken down to something that's deceptive because we don't practice reality with each other enough. For someone to for a real to recognize a real. So when those 7 men who's been around long, built congregations, standing congregations,
that's a fact.
Have a brother come around, they can recognize real from real. That's and if not the 7, maybe 6 could. If not 6, maybe 5 could. If not 5, maybe 4 out of 7, maybe 3 out of 7. But somebody out of that 7 gonna be like, nah, that nigga off.
Right.
That nigga off.
We know this all too well, and Chief, I know you remember this vividly because when I first came into the truth, I didn't know that I can still be who I am, which is, cool, calm, collective, still kind of talk with the people, still talk to women or whatever it is I wanted to do. I thought I had to be in this box where it's kind of like Christianity, right? That's what absolutely. It was. So I remember,
you ain't no real Israelite.
Yeah, I remember
a keeping up of appearances.
Yeah.
There we go. All praise.
Yeah.
I remember talking to Chief specifically, like, because they were actively going out.
Yeah.
Just put it on record. They what do they call us?
The club camp.
Club camp.
Hashtag club camp.
I came into the truth. They were actively going out. And I sat back and watched because first and foremost, I had to see what kind of men was I around. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, he prospected a long time, probably a year before he really got all the way down.
Literally.
Yeah. But what did you always say? You got to see, can I hang out with these brothers? Like, can I really vibe with these brothers?
Absolutely.
Beyond, putting the work in.
Absolutely. I showed up every day though, not on that side of the line, but on the other side of the line, the civilian line. Talking to these brothers, rapping with these brothers, and I remember, going over Priest's house. You know what I'm saying? Which I never really should have been, but I was with Daniela. And he was like,
"Rest in peace, brother Daniela."
That's right. Rest in peace. And Chief allowed it to happen. I went over there and I just sat back like a fly on the wall.
Yeah.
But my point is that, bro, like, SICARRI knows this all too well. These niggas don't understand that I can be an Israelite and be righteous, but still let my shine be. And Chief always harps on this shit all the time. They bro, it's the Bible is practical.
Yeah.
The way that we talk, the way that we smell, the way that we did shit, that's just us. You can't get away from that. So stop thinking that you're above that and you got to be this. Yeah. And I'm not saying so much from a spiritual, we got to be above, but bro, you are who you are.
You are who you are.
Man. Be who you are, King. Just be righteous and just follow the fucking law. Through all the bullshit that we've been through, Chief's been through, I understand exactly what you're saying, but it brings me back to that, niggas just don't understand. And the only way that they're going to understand, they have to hate.
They gotta hate.
They have to hate.
It's the only way to rationalize it.
They gotta hate.
You know what I'm saying? So no, I just had to bring that out because as you were speaking, that I'm like, that's the same shit SICARRI went through, bro.
Yeah, I mean, listen, I never took the conventional route. I look these men eye to eye. General Hashar, eye to eye. Daniela, these men eye to eye. You not bullshitting these dudes, bro. You're not doing it.
Yeah.
So you gotta ask yourself a question. You at home, whoever suggested that thing, you gotta ask yourself a question. What's more plausible? Roeh the chef, right? Manipulates his way, right? Not around one camp, multiple camps, right? He manipulates his way, and then you ask the question, once he's in the presence, what happens, right? What, is he pulling away? Is he adding to? What is he doing? Is he contributing? Is he what's going on? It may look that way to you because you're not me. There's something that the Most High gave me, gave you that I don't have. And I understand what it is. I understand the spirit of attraction I have. I get it. I use that spirit not to bring men unto me so I could be the He-Man. I bring that spirit. I use that spirit to bring brothers together so that if they can get over their issues, they will. And if they and if you know what, Brews at the Barclays was a primary example of
All right, go ahead.
Oh. Man, damn, I forgot the hell I was saying.
Talking about how
the point I was making.
People don't understand. You said people.
Yeah, they
don't
rationalize it with hatred. That's the only emotion that they can that they could identify with that gives them enough relief to understand what's going on. Instead of you saying, okay, well, Rose doing whatever he's doing for popularity purposes. Being popular in Israel don't pay nothing. It don't. If anything, it puts you on a top mantle to be scrutinized by all who's looking at you, critiquing everything you do, every move that you make.
Paparazzi following you.
What do I need that for? Like, I there's no validation I get with. I'm gonna tell you a story that happened on Clubhouse the other day. There's no validation I get with being popular. Like it's like, okay, everybody knows Roeh the chef. Now what? What do we do now? Everybody knows you. Now what happens now? Am I going on the Ellen show? Like what y'all gonna do now that everybody know Roeh the chef? Right? All 7 men they know Roeh the chef. Now what? What they doing now? Right? Nothing has changed from the time I've met. Shout out to my dear brother Ross, but nothing has changed in that aspect of me being an Israelite from the time I met Ross to the time I met GORRILLA. So Alizar. So is you got to ask yourself if that's something that you subscribe to, man. What would motivate you to even to ask that question or pose that question? Maybe my gift. Maybe out of those 7 men, they see a gift. Maybe they see, okay, this brother is a builder. I'm a builder. We be building shit. He could contribute in this capacity. I'm pretty sure out of these 7 men, they prove from different angles and aspects. You only gonna get so close to this brother, that brother, this brother, that brother, this brother. I know that, but my position is I'm not here for that. I'm here because, hey, look, bro, this is what I do. This is who I am. You fuck with me, you fuck with me. Mm-hmm. You don't fuck with me, you don't fuck with me. It's cool. It's really cool. Right. Mm-hmm. It's still cool either way it go. But this is where I'm at. I can't help that, brothers. You understand like that? Yeah, it's the new doom school, man. It's the new doom school.
It's crazy because, you know, just on some realistic stuff, there's nothing, you know, I'm gonna just speak for myself, right? Of course, I can't speak for all the other brothers named, but shout out to all of them brothers. I know all of them brothers. Mm-hmm. Speaking for myself, like, there's nothing that, you know, Roeh the chef has done, did, you know, it just these things, they all occur organically, man. Everything just occurs organically. It didn't have to, our relationship didn't have to get to where it was. It just organically happened like that. There's no other way to explain it. It was what it was. You know, he came out here to the A, he kicked it with us a couple times. I went out there to Houston, fellowship with him. It just was what it was, man. You know what I mean? It just was there. It didn't need to be explained. You know, sometimes certain spirits are, you know, they knit together. Some are not. It just worked like that. You know, we what we have to remember too is the importance of understanding regeneration in the Bible. Mm-hmm. That's such an important thing to understand, because what we have to understand is this ain't our first go round, you know, on this place they call Earth, you know, by any stretch of the imagination. So because it's not this first go round, you have to understand sometimes why you are quickly able to hit it off with people is because you've known this man many.
Been hitting it off.
We've been hitting you off for different. We've been around different cycles. We've been around each other. Our spirits are aware of this, even though consciously we're not consciously aware of it. But we're just like, oh man, I fuck with this brother. You know what I'm saying? Whatever. Or you might meet a sister. Damn, God, it's just kind of happening fast. And sometimes it's happening fast because you're hasty, but sometimes it's happening fast because this is not a new thing that's happening here. Right. You know what I'm saying? And that's what's gotta be understood, is that it's not a coincidence that the brother Roeh the chef has been, you know, able to, you know, forge strong relationships. And guess what? It's not even just with those 7 men. It's other people also. Right. You know what I'm saying? And this just happened the way it happened because this is the way in which the Most High has designed it to happen. And there's not anything sinister, you know, going on. There's no amount of anything he could have did that would have guaranteed that when he asked me to get on the song, that I would have got on the song. It's a lot of people that have asked me to get on a song. In Israel, I don't have a million features with people. And that's not even because I dislike people or anything like that. I've got to be feeling the whole situation and everything's got to be in alignment in order for me to do it. It's not even like people hit me up and I'm like, you know, some brothers hit me up from out of Detroit, and shout out to them young brothers. They're coming up on a musical thing. And, you know, bro's like, yo, some promo. And I'm like, you know, hey, I ain't gonna lie to you. I have to leverage my platform. You know what I'm saying? I can't just give everybody stuff for free. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, as far as promotion, you know, I get, you know, I ain't gonna beat you over the head or nothing like that. You know what I mean? But, you know, my platform has to be leveraged. The ADL got articles with my government name in it. I can't go get a job somewhere. You know what I'm saying? So everything I do, I have to do for myself. I have to be entrepreneurial in all of my pursuits. You know what I'm saying? So in that aspect, if I know I've built this platform, the Most High has you know, allowed me to build a platform, you know, through, you know, fueled by His Spirit. I have to leverage that, you know what I'm saying? Because I need to make sure that I got, you know, my stuff together as far as on the financial side. Because guess what? I go fill out a job application where your ass work at, and you know, not where you, but whoever it is, where you work at, and they go say, nigga, I Googled you on the first page. The ADL says you're a hate group leader. Nigga, no. On top of that, when I did your background check, I seen a felony, violence, attempt to rob. So you steal, you're violent, and you're a hate group leader. Right. Oh, nigga, the hell with you. You see what I'm saying? So I've got to make sure that I'm looking out for myself on an entrepreneurial level, which is fine. I'm kind of made for that. That's how my father was. So that's good for me, right? But with understanding, I got to leverage that. I can't just give brothers because if I do it for you, and again, shout out to those brothers, much love to those brothers. If I do it for you and I see y'all and I like what y'all are doing. But if I just do it for you, I got to do it for everybody. You know what I'm saying? Everybody that I haven't forged a bond with, I can't do that. You know what I'm saying? I can't do that.
Yeah, I find myself in that same position a lot of times, and I've been not critical. No. Criticized. I've been criticized for that too. You only do work with this brother. You like, I get the reverse aspect of what you said.
Yeah, exactly.
Like your position was, what do you say to people who says that you do this and do that to, wiggle, you know what I mean? The backside of that is like, me, man, I'm from, listen, I've been around a while, and for me it's more or less like you said, I gotta be feeling not just your verse. I gotta be good with your whole, because I'm tying myself to you at that point.
Exactly.
We, like, however it goes, we tied in at this point with that. And I've made the mistake of jumping on a record just because brother wanted me to get on it, and so on and so forth. And turn around, that brother, did what he did. So now I'm like, nah, bro, if we gonna, you gotta get, like, you gotta come to me and be like, yo, like with bundles.
Yeah, exactly.
It can't, I'm not.
You gotta get a reference. Nigga need a reference.
And that don't make me, big time and nothing like that. It's just that when I rock with you, I rock with you. Anybody that knows me. I'm in, bro. I'm that part of the street never left me. I'm in. You know what I'm saying? And shout out, now he gonna see this, he gonna be like, damn, that nigga is. Shout out to my brother Uzziah. Now, me and him haven't spoken a long time, but that's still my brother. Like, period. Or some, we could never rap. We could go another year without talking. That's still my brother. You know what I'm saying? And that's where is at with me. What I'm from that type of a club.
Exactly.
So a lot of people not from that. So they can't resonate. It don't
resonate.
So it's like a strike. Oh, you don't want to do nothing. I don't even know how to explain it, bro. It's like there's like 10 dudes exist in a world of 100, and it's like you're trying to get the 90 to understand.
To get the 10. They just can't. They just don't get it.
They don't get the 10. But yeah, that's my thing, man.
You gotta approve a friend.
Yeah,
because you can't just do everything with everybody. And I know, like, even especially for myself, I'm not just finna jump on everybody's stuff, bro. Number one, me, I'm not even, as far as the music thing, it's lower on the totem pole for me. So with me, I want to make sure that everything I'm doing is exclusive. You know what I'm saying? So I just can't get on. It's not even about, number one, you're gonna have to make it worth my time. Not talking about a spell. I don't know. You have to make it worth my time. But even then, it's like, but to me, you can't even put no money on it. You know what I'm saying? There's not an actual cash value. You know what we doing, Brews at the Barclays, there's not a monetary value you can place on that. You know what I'm saying? That's what people don't understand even going into it. The money that this brother put up to even make it happen.
Yeah, a lot of bread.
It's not.
What was the bro? I'm sorry.
Where were they at?
Brothers talking about the damn 7. I'm trying to. What was y'all when I was spending all that damn money
to help
Brews at the
production? You know what I'm saying? Niggas ain't spending money on that production. But the cold thing is that you can't even put. He does that, mind you, not expecting to see an actual plausible return.
Dividend or nothing.
Because it's like, this right here is priceless. Brews at the Barclays is priceless.
Song and video, bro.
Song
and video.
Then there's a video.
Yeah, song was crazy.
Priceless.
Song was crazy.
Straight up. So you can't even put, there's no money you can put on that, bro. That right there is a moment.
Yeah,
it's a moment. And there's no reason, if you're hating on that moment, brother, take a step back and just really reassess your mindset and what will lead you to that moment. Because I know the brother in question. I done met the brother. I have no issue with the brother. He said some things about you. I don't like the things that he said. I disagree with those vehemently.
Right.
And I believe the brother needs to really just reassess how he's looking at things, because what's going on here, and he may be sitting in a part where he may feel like, well, damn, why don't I got a record with him or stuff like that. And the brother got to understand, bro, these things, they come in time. Like I said, I've been around the brother, right? He's been here to Atlanta. He's been around. I have no issue with him. Me and him have talked briefly about possibly working. The Most High just ain't laid it out. And he got to understand that in time, the Most High will lay it out. Like, even like Monologue, right? Big up to Monologue.
Shout out to Monologue.
I'm
man.
tight with Monologue. Me and Monologue don't have a song together.
Yeah.
He does music. I do music. On his last album, he has sent me something. I just never got to see, because even when it kind of, like I said, the music is kind of lower on the totem pole. So if I'm not in the mode, I'm not even like, I'm not there right now. You're sending me something. I'm not there. I'm not writing. I'm not thinking about writing. I'm not thinking about rap lyrics right now. You know what I'm saying? Now, a different time when Brews of the Barclays, I wrote that was in July. That was all the way back there. You see what I'm saying? And then by that time, this is around the time where I'm writing third chapter, and I'm recording third chapter, right? With Zabal right here in this room, I'm doing third, which is only on CZYN. I want to put it exclusive, right? I leaked only one record off of there, right?
That's right.
So in doing that, though, I was in that mode during that time. So that was the right time through the spirit of the Most High. That was all at the right time where that all came into alignment, right? And then a few months later, I kind of have been back in it now, but into writing. But that comes and goes in seasons for me. So if you're hitting me up and I'm not in that season and you want to work, 9 times out of 10, it's not going to come to fruition. You see what I'm saying? Because I don't force scriptures to talk about force not the course of the waters.
Force not the course.
I don't force the course of the water. If I'm sitting there and I hear something and I like the beat and nothing's coming out, the spirit is not giving utterance.
You gotta chill.
I'm not finna sit here all night trying to make myself, because I'm gonna write some bullshit.
You're gonna be whack.
You feel what I'm saying? I'm gonna write some bullshit, and I can't write no bullshit. It's gotta be, the product gotta be potent
every time.
Like what you see on Brews at the Barclays. And
time.
niggas is gonna put respect on my pen. I want to say that. Hold on.
It's good.
Listen, niggas gotta put respect, because it's funny, because niggas is like, yo, Brews at the Barclays, that's your best verse. And it might be. It very well might be. But I don't think niggas is really in tune with the catalog, and they don't really understand. I got a lot of shit that's right up there with it. You know what I'm saying?
Right. Yeah.
But
I agree. I agree.
But it might, listen, it very well may be. I really would have to.
It may be.
I really would have to score the shit. It's up there, even the one I just did with High Money and Phantom Reunion. That's
hard.
You know what I'm saying? So I got some shit out there.
That's
Niggas
hard.
just probably ain't hear it. Listen, I'm gonna tell you something. I just recently squashed my beef for FOP. We did it on Sunday TV, right? But my FOPE diss record, right, which everybody ain't heard, right? That one, Jesus Christ, that's one of them ones.
It's the ambiance. It's the ambiance. Everybody's like, it's in Brooklyn. It's the Barclays.
But that Brews of the Barclays.
It's crazy.
It very well may be. Don't get it twisted.
It's crazy.
Nigga was doing this thing, especially because that Pushin' P was big at that time. That's why I come boom with this Pushin' P shit. You know what I'm saying? And it was just an ill way of bringing it in this New York and in the beat. You got to rap on this.
You have to.
You can't play. You have to rap on this. So God praise.
Going back to what you going back to what you were saying, though, we always used to say it on the Sound Network early on when we first started, Roeh. A nigga just got to stay in his motherfucking lane.
Boom.
If you don't stay in your lane, where are and who are you?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, real talk. Like, if you don't do that, because
you gotta expound on that. I like that.
Yeah. 50 got a song about bitch, I'm the man. Everybody want to be the man.
Oh, I'm the man. Bitch, I'm the man.
We know, even in Israel, biblically, everybody can't be the man.
Yeah, no.
Correct me if I'm wrong, Chief, but the Most High, when it came to saving his people out of the captivity, he only sent what, 2? Or there was 2 leaders every time? It was 2.
Well, yeah, usually the Most High is dealing with 2 chief individuals, man. We can see that over and over from Moses and Aaron to, you know, what they did with Joshua and Caleb take over. Then later on, we always see 2 principal individuals at the Most High. Most High is dealing with plenty of people.
Right.
But even Elijah and Elisha. Elijah thought he was by himself. Most High said, I got 7,000 niggas ain't bowed their knee.
Right.
But chiefly, I'm dealing with you and Elisha. You the main niggas I'm dealing with. I'm dealing with these other niggas too, but I'm dealing with y'all chiefly. So it's always typically, you know, a couple of guys that the Most High is dealing with. How shot John the Baptist, you know what I'm saying?
Right. But to your point, like he's not dealing everybody the same.
The same, no.
You know what I'm saying?
No. Well, why did Yahushua say? He said, listen, I gave all of y'all X, Y, and Z, and y'all were supposed to go double it, or you were supposed to go multiply it. Some multiplied more than others, but the point was, did you multiply? Did you make something out of it? So, but like you said, everybody is not dealing with the same dispensation of whatever they got going on, bro. Everybody, that's not how the body works. It's if we all body parts, everybody is not a finger, everybody's not a toe, everybody's not an ear.
That's right. We're all one member. But so it's just funny though, right? Because everybody want to be the man, and it's just not possible. But if you know what lane you're in, if you stay in your lane, if you understand that it's bigger than you, nigga, you know what I'm saying? It's bigger than you. It's bigger than Chief. It's bigger than you. It's bigger than whoever.
That's right.
It's ultimately the Most High doing all this just so y'all can get yourselves together.
That's right.
You know what I'm saying?
That's
so
right.
it's not really about if you're smart and you're looking at the whole scope of everything. You got individuals, but bro, all this is collectively, cohesively together, like you said, the body to get to one destination. Like just a lot of people don't have that foresight, though. You know what I'm saying? So it's tough. It's tough.
Whence cometh arguments, wars. You know, which is a perfect segue to my new album that'll be coming out here very soon.
Yes, sir.
The Sinner and the Saint. I'm gonna need a bomb for that one, sir, please. Boom. Sinner and the Saint. I was explaining this to the brothers at Barclays. There's a constant battle. I did a record called Higher God, Lower God, right? And not to go so deep into it, but it's the same concept when you read Romans 7. There's a law of your members, and there's a law of God that works within you. And it fights.
There's a war.
There's a war, right? And every day you got to decide which side of the war or the fight you're going to be on, right?
That's right.
But it's a constant warring, right? Until one brings the other one into subjection. Whether that Yahushua explained it like when one get the word, he get it for a season, or a bird come grab it immediately, it falls on this ground, it falls on that ground. That's talking about how long will the word consist within you, within your spirit. Likewise, Paul was talking about the same war. I just said one is going to fight the other until one is subdued. So whatever it is you have, let's say you have a cigarette addiction. If that's what your vice is, that's the thing you wrestle with, but you know what the scriptures say about your body and who and what you are as a temple, so on and so forth, then there'll be a constant war between the two concepts, right? One is going to beat the other. At some point, you're going to be like, man, I can't do this truth shit. I'm going to just smoke my L's. I'm going to just smoke cigarettes, and then boom, I take the judgment that come with that. Or you subdue, right? You mortify your members, and you subdue it to a point where it's not as loud of a voice. It's probably going to always be there, but it's not as loud of a voice. And now your righteous, your higher God now reigns over your lower God. It's the same thing that Paul was talking about. This record highlights that. I've been around long enough to be able to make records about that concept in different facets. In this truth, oftentimes the number one biggest issue that young brothers and sisters have in this truth is the inability to discipline the members. Whether it be, I want to be the man, Gorilla ain't doing record with me. But brother, you got vainglory on you, got lust, you got this, you got mad shit on you that you got to get off of you before. So I was running to an example that shows when I want to do a record, but I've yet to do the work on my spirit. When I come across that brother that I want to do the record with, it don't go the way I want it to go. But then even after that, I still don't correct my spirit. But then I see Roeh. I don't know if he done. I don't know. I'm not even privy to the fact that I have to correct my spirit. But then I see Roeh, he get with this, but they didn't do a record. Now they do a video. They ha ha ha. They do a record. But to me, that conveys differently because I got all of this stuff spiritually that I'm dealing with that I've not came to face with. So I'm looking at this whole situation differently. That's why I'm able to look at the situation like, oh, he manipulated them. Oh, yeah, I know what that nigga he went in there with that voodoo, nigga from New Orleans. Nigga went in here and put that voodoo on them niggas, and now you rationalizing it with hate, right? Because you don't say, well, hold on, wait. Do I have a sucker spirit? You never say that. You never ask yourself, am I a bozo? Am I a clown ass nigga? Right? You never ask yourself that.
Right, yeah.
You never ask yourself, do I come off as a weirdo to niggas? Like, you don't ask yourself that. You just blame other people, right? Right? For being in positions that you're not in without the examination process being done on your behalf. And that's what makes you a clown and a sucker and so on and so forth. Fix yourself. Good thing IUIC used to do back in the day. I'm pretty sure they still do when young brothers come in and want to do music. Bro, you're not about to touch a mic, record nothing, any of that. 2-3 years. You're about to do any of that until we collectively see a progression in where you at and what you've became over the course of 2-3 years. Now, you can lie, do whatever, say whatever you want to be. They're just going to mark you for where you was when you walked through the door to where you at 2-3 years later. And then say, okay, I could get his brother Mike. He's not going to bug out. He's not going to, because it don't mean nothing to him.
Exactly.
This rap shit, it means it's my ministry. But it don't mean, I could not do this, bro, and be cool. Exactly. I could not do this and be all right. You know what I'm saying? It probably have way more peace if I did. You know what I'm saying? But,
literally.
But that's my point on that.
Brews at the Barclays. Let's talk about it. Let's talk about one of the most anticipated pieces of film in Israelite, history, at least of modern Israelite history.
Yes.
Something that is just, it's just monumental. And again, like, if you would come in with some type of sinister aims, I just feel like you would have just made yourself more paramount in this whole production.
Yeah.
You don't make yourself paramount. You know what I'm saying? You even rap last. You know what I'm saying? Somebody could you could run the risk. Somebody go, all right, I heard enough. Let me cut the record off. You know what I mean? He made sure to showcase everybody ahead of himself. You know what I'm saying? And this stuff this record is amazing. You know what I'm saying, to say the least. Like you said, is monumental. But then there's a video.
There's a video.
Let's talk about the record. How the record came together. I was in Houston.
Yeah.
Over the summer.
That's
good
right.
time in Houston. We linked up. You know what I'm saying? He took me to a few places in Houston. Had a good time, and he hit me up on record. I was ready. I wrote it when he sent it to me. We was supposed to get in the booth the next day.
Yep.
We didn't end up doing it. Brother had some things come up.
Yep.
So I just been sitting on it since July. And then in October, the legs grow back on the record. You know what I mean? And you like, okay, I want to get the album in. Boom, boom. How quick you get this done? I'm like, oh, I can get it done. We get it done. Then it's like, Dayala. Then it's like, they don't want Ashar. And, Ashar, once Ashar heard about it, he volunteered himself. He didn't even have to be asked.
That's a whole nother thing.
That's a whole nother thing.
I ain't going to do it. Keep on, Lord.
Yeah, but, all that, like, it all just, and then we're like, yo, we got to do the video.
Yeah.
And then the video, then he's like, well, let's do it. Can you get out to New York?
Right.
Top of November. I'm like, damn. Well, I mean, yeah, we got to. Then we pushed it back a week.
Yeah.
All right, we can. Then it's like, damn, nah. All right, let's. And then we push it back to December, the first weekend of December, which we did it. And then the Most High have everything happen. Kyrie Irving, Tweet, Hebrews to Negroes, and now
Kanye,
IUIC does the gigantic,
huge,
the stage. We don't even realize the reason why it's taken, and this is the Most High. Right. That's why, brother, you hate on this record. You don't understand how the Most High put this together. He set the stage for the record.
He did it. He really did do it.
He did it.
He really
we
did
couldn't
that.
have did it.
Right.
I missed a session. You know what I mean? Or, you know, we end up doing the session.
Yeah.
And then we don't talk about this record for 2-3 months. Then here it comes back up. I got it in my notes. I'm ready to go. I done gone over it, so I know how to execute it. I'm ready to go.
Yeah.
And he's like, well, you can do it. All right, let's do it.
Yeah.
And then we do it. You know what I'm saying? In the spirit of Most High, now we do it.
That's right.
And then General Hashar don't, you know, we're strategizing on how to even work that.
I've learned that
because y'all don't understand about
peace to the elders.
Yeah,
I understood
that weekend.
Like, there's so many factors.
It's like working with Prince or something.
I'm gonna tell you like this. You know, it's like working with Prince,
Michael Jackson.
Let me explain to you something. In July, the beginning of July, we went out there for the debate. While we were out there for the debate, Priest Dayala walks up on me on the phone with Hashar. I talked to Hashar briefly. That's on Zion Network right now on Warpath. That whole, it's all there. If y'all ain't on, if you ain't on CZYN Network, something is literally wrong. Warpath, all the us sitting in your father's living room and putting all the slides for the debate together. That's all on CZYN.
Watch that,
network.
Bro. You don't understand.
100 slides, nigga.
I watched that, bro. No. You cannot talk about. Stop.
No, you good. I just gotta plug my charger.
But I gotta wait till you come back.
Shit. I need this.
Yeah. I'm trying to get out of here, but we talking about some good shit.
Like, you gotta go to the spirit, man.
Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Like real talk, man. Like
spirit go,
bro. Not gonna just bypass that.
No, that can't be bypassed.
Like as monumental as this record is right here, that debate was fucking crazy. Like it was fucking crazy, bro. But like the beauty of it, like not even the debate, it was the making of the shit. It was the making of it,
bringing it together,
and you got to witness it,
bro,
in your father's living room.
We in my dad's living room, late night, just up as usual. Me, Chief, and Cap. Shout out to Cap.
Shout out to Cap.
You know what I'm saying? Real talk.
Wish you could. He's so sick.
I'm trying to align myself with Cap now.
Yeah, that's the next nigga.
I want y'all to know coming out the Cap. You gonna see me in Cap in San Diego like this. You gonna know I got him too.
That's right. He made it out. We in there, bro. Let me tell you, man. This guy, when he's up, he's up doing something. Yeah. Right. When he sleep. He sleep.
And that's just it.
He sleep, bro. And when he's late, he's fucking late.
That's it. Bro. We're starting to figure that out now, too.
Bro.
You remember Samuel had them niggas waiting hours.
Hell long.
And he showed up and said, what? Y'all, you niggas thought you was going to start without me?
Yeah.
I told you to wait. I don't give a damn when I said I was going to be there. Go ahead.
Bro, it's all good. So, bro, he literally, he wrote that shit in a matter of hours.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, you can tell like he's asking Cap questions. You know, he may ask me a simple question, right? And then he'll go back right to the lab. He might come out of that little trance he's in, bullshit a little bit,
right?
And then like me and Cap are talking, but he's just
dialed in.
And then this nigga comes up with this shit,
right.
Like, bro, like I don't. I'm just gonna say it. I ain't been in Israel that long.
Yeah.
But I can tell you this. There's not a single Israelite modern day that has exposed the 12 tribes chart in that way ever.
Right.
You know what I'm saying, bro?
Agreed.
Bro, the way that he was able to break down how Simeon and Levi. I mean, and maybe that might be a simple one, but how they're just gonna be dwelling together. But even then, going back even further, he made the connection how like they were with each other at a young age, right? You know what I'm saying? Like even that concept, that I was intrigued. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? And then South America.
Where Asher,
where he'll dip his boot.
Yeah, in the oil and the brass and the all that. All
just
the precious metals.
Hold on. Just so turns out that Brazil, South America, is the third largest distributor of oil.
Large petroleum.
Like I don't give a fuck if you don't get that, you ain't in the spirit.
That's simple.
You know what I'm saying?
That's
it's
simple.
that simple, but it's that real.
Right.
It just goes to show you how the Most High left so many damn clues, bro.
The breadcrumbs.
The
It's all that.
It's crazy.
We just had to pick him up.
It's
That's
crazy,
all. That's the favor he did for us.
I don't even know where I was going with it.
No, but just that whole thing.
Yeah.
But going back to that, before the debate, we outside of the spot. Priest Daniela walks up to me on the phone with General Hashar. He handed me the phone to Hashar. We talk. We're boom, boom. All that's on Zion Network right on Warpath.
Yeah.
It's probably episode 2 or 3, probably 3. But anyway, now when we catch up to Daniela, right? When we on the phone talking about this record, Daniela informs me he has not talked to Hashar since that conversation.
Yeah. Yeah.
At that point, it's been 3 months, and he's got to call him to try to get him on his record, and it all comes into play.
Since this happened, I gotta tell you what happened. I gotta tell you what happened. I hit Priest. Shout out to Priest. Shout out to the Zaquan. I hit Priest. I go, yo, Dan. You know, he hella sarcastic. What do you need, Roeh, in the chef? What do you need, Roeh, in the chef? I'm here at your beckoning call, chef. Whatever you need. I said, well, it's funny you say that, you know what I'm saying? Because I got this record concept, this idea, the shit's crazy. I'm going to see you the beat. I need you on the record. And he's like, you know what? I'm going to try to do my best, Priest. Like, you know what, chef? You know, I owe you one. I told you I was going to get one to you. I didn't get one to you. I'm going to get this one to you. I'm going to get this one to you.
Yeah.
I'm going to get this one to you. So, he and I, Ben was, we got, bro, I got to sit, man. Me and Priest got like 5 records out. I mean, that's on the drawing board.
Okay.
That will probably, I'm cool at this. They ain't never come out. They never come out. You know, so this one, I'm like, I'm going to just shoot the dart and see what happens. I said, listen, I got an album, a concept I want to put on my album, man. I want to do a Freddie Flow 2, but not a Freddie Flow 2. I want to do a Freddie Flow 2 meets DJ Khaled. I said, I want to put Gorilla Hebrew. I want to put yourself. I said, I want to put Deacon. And I want to put Shaw wasn't in the mention. It was, I said, I got Gorilla. I said, I want you and a Deacon. It was us 4. It was gonna be us 4. So I hit Deke. I don't know why, what happened with Deke. For some reason, I don't know. I don't know why it didn't happen. I think it's because he said he wasn't going to be able to be. It was a time thing. Yeah. It was a time. The verse and him being in New York, he couldn't do it. And he said, give me a week. Let me see what I could do. He hit me back. He's like, I couldn't do it. But at that time, I said, yo, Priest, it's me, you, Deke, Alazar on this record. I want to call it Brews at the Barclays. I want to do something that ain't never been done in Israel before. So I'm selling it to him, trying to get him to buy it. He bought it. He's like, okay, I got it. He's like, send me the record and send me your verses. So I sent him the record. I sent them both of our verses. And just this is how the Most High is. But y'all think I got I got dolls of brothers at home in my closet. Yeah. I got a General Hashar doll at home. You gonna do this song, nigga?
Listen, nobody got that, brother.
You know what I'm saying? The next day, Dan says, this is what Priest says. He was like, oh, this hard. He said, this hard. He's like, okay, cool. I'm gonna start writing to it. The next day, he calls me back and says, hey man, General Hashar just hit me out the blue. Out the blue, just was on some, what's up? What's going on in Israel? He was like, man, shit. So I told him, your idea. He was like, I want to be a part of it. I said, what? So I called Deke back. I'm like, yo, Deke, what we doing? He was like, hey, chef. I said, it's cool. It's cool. Don't worry about it. I got General gonna be on.
Ram in the bush. Ram in the bush.
So that's how the thing came about, man. And man, this is how I knew it was not just monumental, but a special thing. We shot all of the video one day, from morning to 11:30, 12 o'clock.
Was supposed to be a 2-day shoot.
Was supposed to be a 2-day shoot. We shot the whole thing one day. The first brother I seen, bro. Let me make sure. No, it was me as an ob. We got to the bodega on Union and Union and Nostrand and Union.
Well,
that was a rainy day. That was
It
Saturday.
was a rainy day, Saturday morning. Yeah.
Let me take a look at Lyft. I have a
You
record
got
of where
it.
this was.
I have a record.
I have a record of where I caught a Lyft too.
That was early in the morning.
Yeah, it was early in the morning.
Yeah.
I can't think of the name. I want to get a street just to
Just for context.
Yeah, context is so that they when they see it, they know where I was at.
History.
Yeah.
Okay, we went to it's literally the Biggie mural. It says.
Yeah. That cross street.
It's not telling me the precise location.
I think it's Union and Nostrand. If you look at the
let me go on the map.
Yeah.
On the map.
Take no pictures out there, huh?
No, we did. We took it
wild pictures. We did. I think we.
Y'all too.
No.
Y'all two might not.
No, y'all did. Y'all
did.
Yeah. No, we didn't take no pictures. We didn't take no pictures. That is whack.
Matter of fact, you text me the spot, so
I
let me just
texted
go
to
up.
you,
Yeah. Let me just go up.
I think it was Nostrand and Union.
It was.
We'll take bad pictures in a very near future.
Very near.
Very near future. We'll take more. We'll take more. But first brother I see was Daniel Allah. And it was early, bro. It was early as hell, bro. It was wild early. It was like 8:30 or something like that. It was stupid early.
We didn't get any rest, so I know.
And man, who I see walking up the street, Daniel Allah on the corner. Now I told you, man, get General Shaw's like get.
It wasn't. Was it Bedford? No, it wasn't Bedford and Quincy.
You might be right.
Yeah. Okay,
you might be right.
okay,
Bedford and
okay.
Quincy.
I think so. Yeah.
I think that sounds even better. That might be right.
Yeah. Okay.
We're on the corner of Bedford and Quincy. I'm gonna just go with that. I think that's what it was. We're on the corner of that cross section of Bedford and Quincy, and Priest is on the corner. Me and Zaab standing there. The cameraman. And Methodical, shout out to Methodical, scope guy who shot the video. Then the bodega. Man, 8:30. I was just about to talk reckless about General. I'm like, man, all right, so let's send up the prayers where East at. Let's send up the prayers. Lord willing, I mean, we got the verse. Lord willing, we get General out here. And as I'm saying that, he walking up the street. I'm like, oh, it's happening.
This is really happening.
It's really happening. It's Prince, it's Michael Jackson walking up the street. It's over. And I knew it was going to be ill. First thing General Shaw said to me when he walked up, he was like, damn, nigga, you looking like Biggie came back to life, nigga. I was like, yeah, all right. We're here now.
Yeah, hold on. You had your Coogi sweater on.
You want to talk about it?
Yeah. I mean,
do you want to talk about it?
You know we go back and forth with styles.
You
know what I'm saying? Like, if
you want to talk about it.
You're sitting at a table right now where all of us have our own thing, and we all bring it. You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
We're all in our own lane.
Yes,
you know
we're all in our
own
own lane.
That's a fact. You know what I'm saying? So
I absolutely had the Versace shades.
Mm-hmm.
Couldn't have the Coogee without the Versace shades.
Absolutely,
the Versace shades watching it. And then I had the iconic New York Yankee fitted.
Uh-huh.
So I was I brought Biggie back for him. He was walking up the block like, yo, shit, I thought Big was back, man. In front of Biggie mural. So if I can explain one,
go ahead, break it down.
Why did I do it in front of the Biggie mural?
It's a good question.
Why? Why would I?
Why would you do that?
Why would? Am I insinuating something?
I don't know. Are you?
Am I insinuating?
Could be. Could be.
See, I'm gonna tell you something about the amazing tribe of Levi. Right? Oh, man, here we go. We're so methodical. Niggas don't understand that everything is about something. There's nothing that's on accident. Everything is. This is a homage to something. Yeah. This represents everything. Like when you anybody can look at Kodak Black, right?
Yeah. And
how he's just got a million different things, and he's like, yeah, this means this, but also means that, but also means this, but also means like we deal with manifold, we deal with symbolism, we deal with a lot of that. You know what I mean? We're really into that as a people for sure.
Yeah. Subliminally conveyance.
Yeah. Like, and if you pay it, like it's funny, like when we did the Raw video, so we're in Philly. But anybody, if you peep the shirt I got a shirt New Jack, right? New Jack's a wrestler, infamous at ECW, which was based out of Philly, but it's called Raw, like the wrestling. You see what I'm saying? So I'm paying a homage to one of my favorites, one of the greats, New Jack, who actually. It was like almost a 1 year anniversary of his death when we shot the video. On top of that, you see what I'm saying? So it was like, and it was RIP. I had the RIP shirt of him. You know what I'm saying? Right. So like, just something like that, niggas don't even understand. Like, yeah, I'm really was paying a real homage in that instance. You know what I mean? With in a wrestling theme for Raw.
Right.
Maybe people caught it. Maybe I know Zabal caught it. You know what I mean? Because Zabal said something to me about it. But people don't. So we're always doing things like that. Like you said, we're in Brooklyn. It's only right that a homage is paid, right? To the late great. You know what I mean? Like without question. Right. So the brother went ahead and did that.
Did it all the way too, man. I can't. They gonna have to see it, man. I got the umbrella.
When's it coming out? When's it coming out?
When's it coming out?
I almost leaked that information. I tell you, brothers, off camera. I'll let you brothers know. Is it out already? Do we have the footage now?
Hey.
These questions coming soon. The next episode.
Hold on. Can I pivot real quick?
Of course.
Emails really want to know this.
They're flooding. They're flooding.
No. Hey, you were co-signing this. 2 Passovers ago.
Yeah.
In a nice, exclusive parking lot.
Okay.
There was a brotherly gathering.
No, it wasn't 2 Passovers ago.
Well, it was.
That was 1 Passover. That was this year.
That was earlier this year.
Yeah.
It was?
Yeah.
No, it wasn't last year.
No.
That was this year, bro. Oh, no.
That was last year.
No, it was this year.
No, it was not.
No,
it was not, Chief. No, it was
that
not.
Was
it was this year. That was Freddie Flo.
You see this?
That was this year.
I'll give you that.
That was this year.
That was this year. 2 years. Because what you're convoluting is War Angel and Passover. You're convoluting those events. And that's got you feeling like it was 2 ago. But it was just 1. It was a few months
when it's hot.
Yeah, but you're thinking about the scene. You're thinking about us being at the city. That's what you're thinking about.
Was it hot that day or cold?
It was cold as hell.
Yeah, it was cold.
It was January.
All right, cool.
Yeah, so
February.
There was a battle that took place.
Yeah,
let's call it an exchange.
An exchange. So you guys shout out to the brother Tazadot,
Big Bruce
out of Dallas. You know what I'm saying? SICARRI. And then we have you.
Yeah.
Roeh the chef.
Yeah, that's right.
So I mean, who won that battle? Who won that fucking battle?
Listen,
oh shit!
You know what I'm saying?
I didn't know he was gonna go left.
I'm gonna bring it out.
Because I remember you saying that we were biased. There was a lot of SICARRI brethren in there.
SICARRI was deep.
It was deep.
It was hella deep. We went 1 round. You understand? I freestyled my round. He went written. He had he had a contingency. He had the energy.
He had energy.
If there was someone walking up out of the blue and didn't know nothing, I would have lost that battle.
Okay.
He put that on record.
As just being real. I could go into the particulars and be like, wait. But if someone would have walked up and didn't know nothing about anything,
just a total unbiased, objective perspective,
he had the crowd. Now that guy,
and that helps a lot. Yeah,
that helps a lot.
We know that
when you got the crowd. I mean, he had the crowd. So I'm more of the mindset, and I told him. But even with this though, and I ain't gonna name names. Shout out to my West Coast SICARRI brothers. Shout out to LA SICARRI brothers.
That's right.
Certain brothers, I ain't gonna say their names. I told them I wasn't going to
yeah.
Certain brothers was like, "Yo, I think you ate that nigga up though. I felt like you got him." Certain SICARRI brothers said that.
Okay.
I obviously felt like that, but I think in a battle, that's 3 rounds.
Yeah. Well, because you got to, because you got to.
Sighting.
You gotta have 3 rounds because we gotta really see what's going on here. Because somebody can have a high round.
A high round.
Can you have 2 or 3 though?
Can you tie 3 of them together?
Yeah. That's a different.
You can have a high line in a round.
that can make it feel like you won the round and you didn't win the round. It's just like if you know, we done seen this in boxing. Because when we deal with how I judge a battle is the same way I got to deal with boxing. Punches landed. That's how I look at it. Punches landed, you give a little extra edge for power punches. You know what I mean? But like somebody might have a flurry and they got the crowd on their feet, but I still hit this nigga 30 more times than he hit me this round.
Right.
So what did that flurry matter? You know, it made you feel good, but as far as the judges go, they didn't give a fuck about that.
Right.
They gave a fuck about total punches landed.
In the 3 minutes.
Right. You know, in the 3 minutes. So that's
right.
what's most important, and I think people lose sight of that sometimes when they get caught up in the.
It's a lot going on. And the energy's high,
and you can't always judge on the energy. And part of the reason is because, like, sometimes, like if you take a look at let's say I watched Training Day the other day, right? Hoyt and Denzel is fighting Alonzo. The crowd you'll get behind Hoyt just because he's doing it.
Yeah.
Like, oh my God.
You know it.
This white boy is
stepping up.
Getting punked out all damn movie.
Yeah.
Finally, because you don't think he's the underdog. So because he has any offense,
right,
you're now behind him.
You're just running with him 100%.
So, but if you really look at it objectively, like, nah, you know, that's not what happened. And if the Don Moves ain't step in, nigga, he wouldn't have walked out.
He would have walked out. So, and that's the power of the environment, bro, in a battle. I told, listen, respect to my brother. He got a pen. I wouldn't take nothing away from him. Much respect to him. But he an MC. He would not battle me in a 3-round battle. I'm just saying that real. He would not. He would not battle me in a 3-round battle. He would not battle me in a 3-round battle off the top of the head. He can't do it, and that's not a knock to him. It's just that he probably could do it. He can't do it how I do it, though.
Right.
I do that. I'm like, even after he went, I'm like, okay, bam, let's do another round. Now we only said one. Look at Deacon hedging his bets. Now we only said 1 round. Deke, what are you talking about? 1 round? Like,
SICARRI niggas is crazy.
1 round.
His guy had to win.
His guy won it. And I'm gonna tell you how SICARRI did it.
Hey, no, yeah, come on, you know how we get out.
After the round, come on, everybody back in the building. It was 4 niggas outside waiting for the next round.
Yes, let me tell you something. It was all by design.
Right.
Listen. Okay. Roeh got lined up. Let's just be real. Roeh and the chef got lined up. Me and Deacon lined him up. Okay, that's what happened. We already knew. There was a brief conversation. Get toss it down. Boom, boom, body. That was. He was lined. In reality, he was lined up by me and Deacon. That's a fact.
Now we also have that on camera. Let's not edit that part out either.
We ain't gonna go too much into it. But
there
was another rapper there.
It was a smooth hit.
That was talking a little bit.
What rapper?
Mono was there for that.
Shout out.
He's not a battler though. He wasn't talking about battling.
No. But he had some words. We don't have to say it, but he had some words.
When?
Well, he did
I
a video.
This was after the fact.
Yeah. See, this guy's late. He forgets we've already interviewed Monologue about this and you about that.
Yeah.
I wasn't here for
him. You weren't here for Monos either.
Nah.
I was here
you
for
were?
Monos.
Yeah, we talked to Mono and we talked to him about that already.
I remember doing Monos, but I don't remember.
Yeah, well, because you weren't here.
We gotta deal with it then. What's the point?
It's all good.
Football.
No, it is. I want to say this though too, because let's go back real quick to Freddie Flo.
Yeah.
And you know, people got to understand that the Most High, you know, is using you and may very well continue to use you to bridge gaps, because people don't even understand how the gap was bridged with that.
Yeah.
How humble and the side of the community he represents is different from the camp community. You see what I'm saying? And you were able to bring that together in the spirit of the Most High. Talk about, you know, humble and his experience around, you know, the rowdy thugs of Israel, who are the best dressed and most well versed. That's what I'm hearing.
Put that on.
Okay, the SICARRI. Let's just explain about that, because that was the first time where there was that embrace of both sides of the community. You know.
Well, I'll say it this way. You know, I got a record coming out with my brother, an album coming out with my brother.
That's
called
right.
Humble Chef.
That's right. That's right.
Coming out early next, low will around Passover time next year. Humble
All
Chef.
praise.
Humble's my brother. Naviel's my brother.
It's a fact.
Deke's my bro.
That's a fact.
You understand? Like, Deke the homie, for real. You know what I'm saying? So here's the thing. I had another idea. Right? I got the record from I got a beat from Humble. I was working on Darker Days, Brighter Nights. And I got the beat from Humble. And I'm like, yo, Deke was sound crazy on this shit. But before I hit him up, I wanted to hit him up about it, but then I was like, you know what? Humble did the beat. I said, I want Humble on a record. But Humble and Deke had just did a 14,000 view video on the Naviel. Just going off on him, right? Just going off on him. And Humble wasn't jacking that, right? So Humble was like tight about it. So literally at this point, the record I wanted, which now is a hit in Israel, I said, yo, this might not happen. So I called Deke. I'm like, yo, Deke. And to this day, Deke called me the Louis Farrakhan of Israel. He was like, these niggas always trying to bring niggas together. Called me the Louis Farrakhan of Israel.
It's a fact.
And he goes, I go, Deke, yo, I got this beat. But look how I do it. I said, Deke, I got this beat. And Humble did this beat. I want you to get on this record, man. But first, man, I need y'all to, get that figured out, man. Y'all two powerful brothers in the truth, man. Like Deke, you got your Deke and Humble's Humble, respectively, on both sides. Like y'all would make more of an impact in agreement than you would divide it.
That's a fact.
And Deke was like, all right, well, tell a nigga write me a 12-page letter, and I'm gonna see Deke playing fly on the phone. And tell a nigga I might forgive him. I don't know. I'll let you know what I feel about the nigga in a couple days, man. So no, this shit really happened. So
it's not playing.
So I call Humble like, yo, Humble, you gotta squash that shit, bro. Like X, Y, and Z, boom, 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 boom. He's like, yeah, but the nigga did it. I'm like, yeah, but boom, boom, boom. Humble was like, all right. Look, on the straight of you, I'll squash
Humble. He's being humble. You know what I mean? He's living up to
humble.
it.
He's being humble. He's like, on the straight of you, that's how you feel about it, I'll squash it. I said, I do you one better, man. I'm gonna get y'all on the phone. Got him on the phone, squashed it. Before we got off the phone, I said, yo, I got this record I need y'all to do. To close. The closer.
Always.
Closer.
Be closing.
ABC.
Closer. Always.
ABC. Love it. Straight line close.
Since you brothers are at peace, I wanna make a moment and covenant of this piece. I want to document this piece. I want to do this record. I want to say boom, boom, boom. So now I'm getting them hype. So both of them was like, yeah, send it, whatever. So I called Deke about 2 days later. Humble got him first, Deke. I don't know. I don't think you pissed him off. I don't know if you shit. The nigga kind of low key. I feel like he kind of coming at you a little bit.
A little bit.
Shit, you know what I'm saying?
He's motivating that verse.
Deke's like, yeah, man, niggas go. I'm like, well, look, this your opportunity, Deke. I'm just saying, like, if you ever wanted to get off your shit, kind of get off your shit right now. I get off the phone with D. Yo, this nigga D talking reckless, bro. I don't know what he gonna do on the record, man. He talking about he about to lead off. He want the first and the third verse. I don't know what. I might just be talking on this shit. I'm
hosting the record.
I'm hosting this shit. I'm introducing niggas on this shit. So Hum was like, oh yeah. He's like, yeah, man. Be over that on, hug everybody type shit. I don't know if it's gonna be suitable for this type of record. So Humble goes and he goes in his bag. So that's how the record came out. That's why the attack is done. But I will say this for the video shoot, and not to throw my brother out there, what I'm saying. I'm just saying this. I ain't saying my brother weak or nothing like that at all. What I'm gonna say is the environment was a little could have been a little intimidating, right? It could have been a little little forward in certain instances. May have made brothers uncomfortable, and which is why you don't see my brother sticking around and kicking it like that after the fact. But they did come together to merge two audiences that would obviously never be listening in the same room to the same thing for the most part. And Freddie Flo did that. So the Puppet Master strikes again. That's two. Boom. That's two this year. That's two this year.
That's two this year.
He's good.
Big tune. Good, and he outdid himself. Let's be real. Now, what I mean by outdid himself, I mean with the size of the record, the impact that the record is going to have, because whereas Freddie Flo is, when you listen to that, it's hard for you to determine, like, okay, who has the best verse on there. I had to listen to it multiple times before I can really even begin to say, maybe this is these bars are edging those ones out or whatever, because it's a lot of bars there. You got Bar Smiths, this brother Anavio Humble, and Deacon, of course. The thing about, of course, Brews of the Barclays is just it's the moment. You know what I mean? Yeah. It's the whole moment, like you said. It's the old and young element. Right. It's the unity element. Right. It's the the momentous occasion of what the Most High is doing in this mass awakening right now. It's a culmination of all of those factors. It's everybody, in that one place. It's New York City. It's the rebirth of this Israelite movement. Right. It's in that place. Yeah. It's so New York. Like, he's coming with the Coogee and the Versace. That's right. Shades. That's right. I got the damn Navy Timbs, the whole Navy, every Navy Timbs.
I ordered a chopped beef.
I need that.
It's very New York.
It's New York. It's so rich. We're on the subway. Wait till they see Hashar on the subway.
Oh God, that moment.
Wait till they see Hashar on the subway. We're not even gonna leak it. Yeah. Just wait to see it.
You're gonna bug out when you see Hashar. You're gonna be like,
yes, hey, listen, those aren't paid actors. That's all I'm gonna say.
No.
Those are people just riding the subway.
No, Alizar. I'm the puppet master over them too, damn it. That's the channel. I control the people on the subway too. I got close to manipulating them to be a part of my big scheme that nobody knows exists. So I got them a part of it as well.
Yeah, apparently, right?
Yeah, man.
Man, then that group scene. Yeah. That group scene at the end. God First. Shout out to God.
Shout out to God First Gang, man. Shout out to God First Gang. My brother, shout out to Mahalab. Shout out to my brother Corey. Shout out to my brother Yawasab. You understand? And shout out to all camps that's in affiliation with the God First Gang, because the collective. We all are. We all are.
Listen, ISUPK is.
Right. Yeah, shout out to ISUPK.
Right. You know what I'm saying? Just for the record, ISUPK be in there banging with the God First Gang too, and we be banging and moving in unison too, all the various camps, and making things happen.
My dudes was moving and grooving, so whooping hard.
And this is the coldest part. Niggas don't even understand. Some people may not even understand the magnitude of that bar. You know what I'm saying? Because when you deal with, moving, grooving, swooping, that's a whole gang alliance. All three of them. People may know swooping. They might not know the other two things.
The groove
and the moving.
I found out with the groove.
You know what I'm saying? What all that was about. Like,
I found out about the groove.
And we really got individuals here. See, but and we got other stuff too going on, but I had to, boy, it just went so perfect with the thing. But literally, our brothers was doing that. Now we suited and booted, we trooping regardless. You know what I'm saying? That's the truth.
I was one. It was me. It was my brother in Philly. Ariella. Ariella, I'm with you. I think he took it offensive when I said it too. I want to clear this up. The record she did with our bundles,
Raw. Or Family Reunion.
That was hard.
That was hard, yeah.
That's a hard record. You heard it, right?
Yeah.
Hard. It's most of it.
Hard record.
Yeah.
Hard verse. Brews at the Barclays.
It's harder, for sure.
Is Gorilla Hebrew's hardest verse. In my opinion.
It's gorilla time.
It's his hardest verse. And I'm going to say why it's his hardest verse. Not just the impact of the verse. Why is his hardest verse? Because when other niggas heard it, they thought it wasn't his. That's why, hands down, it's his hardest verse.
No, he's right, though.
When niggas heard it, humble, everybody. The only person, shout out to Priest, he loves you.
Yeah.
Priest was like, oh, no, this nigga trying to smoke me on it. This nigga trying to smoke me on it. Priest was the only one that wasn't like, yo, who? That's... Play this shit one more time. Cadence, bars, change of pace with the flow, took his time with the, didn't rush deliver or over deliver the verse, took his time with the verse, married the beat, and with high energy. You may have harder verses than Brews out of Barclays. It's just not here yet.
Yes,
it's to come. This is a defining moment.
I know, no, I'm
gonna say this. I believe so too. I'm gonna be quiet. Shout out to Corey. Corey heard your shit and was like, Chef. He said, "Roeh, I'm gonna be real. We was all the way back." And Corey, if you watching this, we can tag him. This is what the brother said.
What he said.
We going back to Queens. We was at the same hotel. He said, "Chef, we expected you to do your thing on a verse. We expected that. Like, I knew you was gonna snap. So that surprised me." He says GORRILLA had the hardest verse because the impact of the verse. It was the first verse. It was him rapping like no one has heard him rap before. And he's seizing a moment on perhaps the biggest record that's about to come out. Yeah. He said, it's damn near his song, bro. he said, if you didn't close the shit the way you closed it, it's damn near his song.
But shout out to you, right?
No, I said it too. I told you, Deacon, like, how was the weekend? I said, SICARRI stole the show.
Yeah, right. but you said it earlier on the show, like,
facts.
You know, and you said it like, yo,
facts.
It ain't about him. He let y'all brothers go first.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, I mean, you know, it's typically not really like that all the
Nah,
time.
you want to get your shit off.
It's your record. You want to make sure you hear him out
first.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So, you know, that's great.
Yeah.
That's great.
You gotta have trust in your pen to do that. Yeah. And that's why when he did, I'm like, yo, I'm like, yo, Chief, what you trying to do, bro? Like, word up, buddy. Like, what you really trying to do, bro? Like, what is this, bro?
Nigga trying to just go in, you know what I mean? Show niggas a little bit.
That's right.
This is crazy.
It's all in spirit. It just came. Right. It came together. It came together fast.
The JDL and the ADL, that didn't work, so they sprayed them shells.
Oh, hey, listen. True stories. We're just telling the truth. We're just getting on the record and telling the truth.
That's right.
Oh my God, it makes everything so much more interesting when you tell the
truth.
That's right. That's right. When you were really living what you rapping.
And it's easy to do.
Like I was talking about in class, I said, you know, Megan, she talk all that hot girl shit. We starting to find out she really was living that.
Yeah,
you know, all that shit she was
really
like. So it hits different because like she really did that. Like Cardi and all them other ones, they booed up somewhere. Yeah, they're not living that shit.
Nah,
she lives it. It's different when it's all facts. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So everything from the top to the bottom.
Bodies.
God, she got bodies, and it's like we know that's like a small amount that we know.
Yeah, but we don't.
Top to bottom on that verse. I'm just telling the truth in the spirit of the Most High. That's all, and that's what makes it. That's what makes it come together. So, like you said, I had to seize opportunity there. You know what I mean? It's all in the spirit. You know what I mean? And then comes time to do the video. I know I got to show up. You know what I'm saying?
And another beautiful performance. And it sounds like I'm cutting for him, but it's still my record, right? So go get Center
and look,
go definitely go get
go stream Center in the Saint
now.
Immediately.
He doesn't want to put me on this record, but listen, I'm gonna extend the invitation to you.
Okay.
If you wanna put me
singing a hook. He can sing.
You sing?
He can sing. He can sing, bro. Real life.
I ain't gonna hit you off with the joint. We're gonna bust
you know what I'm saying? I know you have some other maybe possible greater options, but I could do my thing. I can do my thing.
Let's talk.
I don't believe in him yet.
Damn, I didn't think you would come in like that.
Listen, I don't believe in him yet, and we got Zamyar and Tazan in this
You see
camp
that?
who are great singers. So I'm just like,
I think
listen,
I think I can now sing Zombie. Not Zombie.
Tazan.
Tazan.
Tazan is cold.
He got auto tune, man.
No, he just does that.
You know what?
He's cold. I'm telling you, he just does that for the sound.
Listen to my joint, bro.
You got a song?
Keep
I don't got a
at it,
song.
bro.
But whatever you want me to sing, whatever you want me to I'm
Hey, we gonna see. We gonna
We'll
see
figure it
about
out.
him.
We'll figure it
He
out.
gonna prove himself. Once he proves
You know what?
himself,
Fuck that.
I
You
might
know, just
fuck
put me on the record. You know what? Hey, what did I say? Yesterday's price ain't today's
Yes,
price.
it is.
Okay.
No,
See, you know what's the
That's
cool
what
thing
happens.
too is I don't even have a lot of records that there's room for a singer on it.
that's what I'm saying.
I don't even do them type
That's
of
gonna be
records.
the new elevation of your game. You only climbing up the ladder, so let's.
I mean, that's a fact.
Well, listen, we'll
what a fact.
I don't know. I just recorded an album, 11 songs,
Let me just
Shout
try
out.
it.
no singing on it. No even
Not
room.
one, not
There
one.
are no room for a singer on this.
I'm
It's
telling
too
you.
hard.
I'm telling you, bro.
We'll see what happens. Everything
I
happens.
keep on,
Even
I've
like
been telling for years.
even when I did Uncut Gems with Zamyar, I done been around doing music, and we ain't get that's the only one me and him got. But that's because it had to come together. I knew it had to the most. I had to put it together. I heard that verse. I said, I heard the beat. I was like, yeah, me and Zamyar got to do this, and then boom, put the back on.
That's
it. And,
true.
You
That's
know,
true.
that's one of the ones.
Devon gonna put me on. He said he would.
Oh yeah, Devon, he might fuck with you.
Yeah, Devon.
He because he's versatile.
He's right. He can put me on.
All my shit is hard. You know what I'm saying? Where is the singer coming in? You know? You know?
Nah.
But is there anything in closing that you want the people to understand about Brews of Barclays? I'm getting this out fast, so it's gonna be out before the video.
Brews at the Barclays was a microcosm of something that could potentially be a normal event within our body if brothers was in the right spirits. If we walked in the things that we are teaching and we prefer one another over each other. Yeah, no, it was a microcosm of something that could potentially be a normal event within the community where we learn how to prefer one another, prefer each other one over another.
That's right.
Right?
That's right.
And I think it also, like I said, a microcosm is a small peek into the future of what it looked like when we allow the spirit of Hamashiach to do its thing within us.
That's right.
And I think when that happens, it's bigger than what we could teach because we're actualizing what we're teaching. We're manifesting in your material. What we teach is materializing in front of you.
That's right.
And that's what makes it so monumental. Right?
Yeah.
So I think when the video comes out, I think this will be the first video, I think, is going to have brothers proud to be Hebrew or proud to be. I mean, we already are, right? Don't get me wrong. We'll let you know in a second.
That's a fact.
But I mean, in a sense of an anthem-based record that says it's not just for them, it ain't just for them. This our shit. Like, this is our record. You see what I'm saying? So I'm looking forward to it releasing. Might be today, might be tomorrow, might be 2 weeks from now.
We just don't know.
We don't know. But when it does come out, go view that thing. It's gonna be everywhere. It's gonna be a defining moment in Israelite on the music scene in the Israelite community.
That's right.
Yeah, I think it's important. You know, I did an interview with Sonetta the other day, and you know, he was playing my records, and he was like, y'all, I didn't tell GORRILLA I was gonna do this. He said, I didn't even know that he was doing music, and I'm just impressed. And he said, what you like, this is what's gonna help bring the youth into the movement. He already understands that. So this is what's important too, because with this influx of people that we have that's awakening.
Yeah.
You know, I've been telling Akim, like one of my big homies, I just seen him on Facebook, bro, like in the truth. You know what I'm saying? This is like one of them guys, like Mount Rushmore, this shit type of nigga.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And I said, I was like, damn, like, you know what I mean? So this is a big deal. Like, everybody's coming into this thing right now.
Absolutely.
And they need, we have to be multifaceted in what we got going on. So I think big records that are going to be appealing, not just nothing corny, real good music being made that is geared towards this movement is a must. And this is one of the ones. This is one of them anthems, you know, right along with whatever you think the other anthems are. You know what I'm saying? This one cannot ever be left out of the conversation.
No.
You arguably can put it first, but put it wherever you want to put it. But you can't. This cannot be left out of the conversation at all. And if it is, oh, you're a hater.
You're a hater. You're a hater.
Listen,
You're a hater.
it was said at camp today, man. Like, you know, it's a new day.
Yeah.
Things are being done differently.
Yes, sir.
And we're doing and actively representing this thing righteously and keep going and push the envelope even further.
That's right.
You know what I'm saying? Just keep going even further. So I commend both of you brothers for being a beacon of light to the nation of Israel, all power to the Spirit of the Most High.
That's right.
Oh, praise.
But just keep going, bro, because there's more that you guys can do.
Yeah,
you know
we just keep going.
Yeah,
because you know what, we doing this and we get ready to drop this, but you already know what we looking at. What's next?
Absolutely.
We not
already down the street.
We're not victory lapping. We like, all right, we did that. All right, let's go. Let's go.
Look, the Most High keep on revealing to me that, bro, I gotta be on y'all motherfucking record.
Oh my God!
Just shut
what a way to just get in there.
You know, sorry.
Get in
weasel
there.
my way
The Lord revealed it to me. He let it be known to me.
Y'all ain't the only ones that get stuff.
Yeah,
you could be right. Right, but man, we gonna close out. We'll give all praise to the Most High. Man, Brews at the Barclays,
That's right.
Sinner and the Saint.
That's
Press
right.
play, my nigga. That's it.
That's it.
All praise.